Yeah. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live. Boy Malik, what up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Hey, chat. What's up, y'all? For those who don't know me, man, my name is King Hoodie. I'm a recording artist from Miami-Dade County, Florida. I make music. You're now tuned into my live stream. Chill. We are live streaming on TikTok, we're live streaming on Instagram, and we're also live streaming on YouTube at the exact same time. Pretty Healthy Cafe, what up, Pretty Healthy? Y'all be running by y'all 125th location all the time. I'm about to actually walk by y'all 125th location right now and go to the gym out there. Melissa, what's up? Alex Faith, what's up? Welcome to the live, y'all. Yep. You're now tuned into my live stream. For those who don't know me, man, my name is King Hoodie. I'm a recording artist from Miami-Dade County, Florida. I make music. I'm live streaming on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube right now at the exact same time. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. As you tap the screen and you send them hearts up, it's completely free for you guys, but it makes the live more visible so more people pop up in here and more people end up in the conversation and the vibes get really dope. The space that we're in right now, man, I'm going live every morning, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. And I'm doing it so that I can build consistency inside of myself, you feel me? But outside of consistency, I also just love having dope conversations. So we be up in here having the dopest conversations, talking about life, love, relationships. One of the craziest conversations that we had is, have you ever been in a relationship with somebody that was jealous of you? I feel like every single time I've ever brought this topic up, people have always ran with it, and it's always become some whole other thing, and it's always been like, really, the conversation ended up getting really damn dope. But when I ask you that question, every time I ever bring that up, have you been in a relationship? Have you ever been in a relationship? It could also be a friendship. It don't necessarily got to be a relationship to where you're romantically involved with a person. But have you ever been in a relationship where somebody was jealous of you, right? And the reason why I even bring that up is because I can't honestly say that the person that I was in the last relationship with was jealous of me. However, I have had this talk with enough people to understand that, yo, some people are in relationships with people that are jealous of them, and you can't really tell in the moment. You can't really tell at the time that you're in the relationship with them, but a lot of times when that relationship is over, you can look back and be like, damn, this person treated me like this. Or this person always had a slick remark whenever I did something that was good for me. Or this person would like find a way to like downplay my successes and ridicule me for going for things. Hey, Janae, what up? Janae, welcome to the live. So a lot of times you may not know that you're in a relationship, but there's different tells that will tell you if you're in a relationship with somebody who is jealous of you. You know what I'm saying? Who is like, doesn't really have your best interest at heart. Some people don't even understand that you dating a hater right now. Every time you tell them about your goals, they got something slick to say, or they got some downplaying shit to say, like, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't go for that, or you don't want to go for that. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to do that thing because I knew somebody who did that one time and it didn't work out for them. So it might not work out for you. Or I remember we was talking about this jealousy in relationships conversation, and one of the young ladies, I guess she was a performing artist, and so she would go perform on stage. She said every time she would perform, she jumped off the stage, and in her friend group, her boyfriend always had some slick shit to say. It was always something that didn't feel good. It was always some like critical shit that sounded like a joke, but it wasn't really a joke. It was like, oh, that was good. I like how you messed up on that second line when you said that word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy. And they'd be like, yo, whoa. You know, like you're sneak dissing your girlfriend, bro. She just jumped off a stage. It takes a lot of courage to get on stage. They did a study one time. It was like 9 out of 10 people are more afraid of public speaking than they are of death. Which means that 90% of people in the world much rather fucking die than speak publicly. So you got a girl who's brave enough to go in front of people and present her work to people, and you're gonna like sneak diss her. And it's sad because if you're like a narcissist, or if you're like a toxic individual, even if you're not a narcissist, if you're just toxic in general, you know you toxic, you like toxic shit. Sometimes you do things to people and you don't even know how it's affecting them. Sometimes you don't even know that slick remark that you just said is ruining that person's day, ruining that person's night, ruining that person, you know? And from afar, those of us who watching that shit can easily be like, yo, this person might be jealous of you in that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Just being Mimi. What up, Mimi? Welcome to the live. Happy to see you. Happy to see you too, Mimi. And game is game. Oil up, little bro. Okay, I don't know what that is. How are you? I'm good, Ajane. How are you? Welcome to the live. Yeah. So I'll say that. I'm attempting to eat a sandwich at the same time I'm talking, but have you ever been in a relationship with somebody who's jealous of you? Or have you ever seen someone who was in a relationship with someone who's jealous of them? I love this topic. I love this topic, man, because you get to unpack a lot when you address it. Because a lot of people never address this shit. Never. What is, man? What up, Dan B? What's up? What's up, my G? I'm good. Want to take a nap. Oh, yeah, you tired, Ajane. Why you so tired? Had a long night? I also had a pretty long night, but it was good. You know when you end up kicking it with somebody and be like, yeah, it was a good-ass night. Yeah. Dan B, what's up? Callie, thank you for the follow, Callie. Have you been in a relationship with somebody who was jealous of you? Or do you know somebody who was in a relationship with someone who was jealous of them? And why are people even jealous in relationships, bro? If you a hater, why are you in a relationship with somebody who you can hate on? Why not just hate on them and leave them alone? You know? Oh, here's another good question. Why do haters want to get close to the people that they hate on? You know? Like, if you a hater, shouldn't you hate that person and want to stay away from them? How come the most haters that I see be the people that are closest to you? Be the people that are like so close to you that they can see all your moves as they're happening. Why do haters want to be close to the people that they hating on so much? Like, you hate me. You don't want the best for me. You don't wish me well. Why are you here? Why are you in my circle? Why are you in my presence? You can go stand your ass across the street and nothing I do will bother you. Why are you here? You know what I'm saying? I have a theory as to why haters want to stay close to you, but it's my theory. Diamond, what's up, Diamond? Welcome to the live. I be up late trying to complete orders. Love that, Ajane. We up late completing them orders. Shanta, what up, Shant? Is it Shanta or Shantae? Or working on orders at least. I love that. Love that, Ajane. You keep working on them orders, man. Keep packaging that stuff up. Get it popping. Because it's low-key love. Hey. So hate is low-key love, huh? That's deep. All right. Is it Shanta or Shantae? Because they want to learn and be them. Yo, that's pretty good. Shantae. Okay, I got you. Haters are simply jealous. What up, Chasing Smiles? Haters are simply jealous. Somebody said jealousy is love and hate at the same time. I think it was Drake who said that shit. Yeah, there you go. Dan B. Jealousy is love and hate at the same time. Shantae. Yep, thank you. Absolutely, Ajane, keep winning. Jealous people pay attention to that person like super close. I don't understand it. Like, if you hate somebody, right? If you dislike me, if something about my skin complexion annoys you, or something about the way my face is constructed, you just don't like it, or something about my voice irks you, or something about my charisma and the fact that I'm not going to bend backwards for you weird-ass people bothers you, just go over there. You're better off covering your eyes and putting your head in the sand than trying to make somebody shrink. But the sad truth is sometimes people do shrink. Sometimes you have extraordinary people that dim their light for other people to win, for other people to feel bigger than them. And what I want to tell y'all too, man, is never dim your light for these people. I don't give a fuck if it's your mom, your dad, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your best friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, or your children. Never dim your light for another person, bro. Like, some people, when you're not aware of what it is you're doing, you work for the enemy subconsciously. So I can't actually look at you and be like, yo, you're an enemy of mine. But because of your lack of awareness, you're allowing yourself to be used by enemy forces. And you may not know it. You know what I'm saying? Because being broke is an enemy of me. So don't tell me nothing's going to keep me broke. Being stupid is an enemy of mine. Don't tell me nothing that's going to keep me stupid. Being ignorant, another one, it's an enemy of mine. Don't keep me there. Being scared, being filled with fear, the spirit of fear, that's an enemy of mine. Don't project that on me, or I have to, by very nature of myself, classify you as an enemy. You know what I'm saying? Birds of a feather flock together. You're guilty by association, and you don't even know it. That slick-ass comment that you said last night or a week ago or a month ago is the reason why I will never call you again to come out for these nights. And if I have any modicum of respect for you, I won't even tell you. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have any respect for you, I still won't fucking tell you. Because at that point in time, it's like, I understand that this person is willfully and willingly, or maybe unwillingly, being a servant to the other side. I can't rock with you, bro. I can't be around you, and I can't be around your energy. Your energy can destroy my ship. At any point in time, if I'm not being vigilant of like my ship and the crew that's on it, some weird individual or some weird energy can sink my boat. And if I'm not vigilant of that energy, I will be sunk and I won't even know how I got to this low place. And it's really hard for people to like rebuild a boat after it just sank. Like, it's actually impossible. So before you allow somebody to sink your ship with their loose lips and their unguarded mind and their unprotected character, you got to challenge that shit and say, you know what? I did hear my best friend say that slick comment at dinner the other night. Let me put some space there. Let me actually acknowledge that. Let me not say, oh, that was nothing. That's just how they are. They've always kind of been like that. I've always kind of brushed it off. Nah, it's time to stop that shit. It's time to really say, yo, I have to take an appraisal of my friends, bro, because any person that's in my life enough to affect me in a good way can also affect me in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? And I got to be vigilant of that. If you're not vigilant of it, you will sink your ship just by lack of awareness, just by lack of being vigilant. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. The conversation I can already feel is about to be super dope today. So, yo, turn it up in here, man. Let's turn it up. Let's see. Good morning. Bye, LOL. Chase him out. I agree. I don't want nothing to do with someone I don't like. Won't waste no time on them. Facts. Shakedown. Yo, Grand Rising, Shakedown. You have braids? Shantae. Yeah, I got braids. Well, right now, my hair's in a bun, so I just got a bun in the back. But yeah, I normally got braids. Right. Man, I just told the motherfucker we can't be cool because I'm tired of the slick comments. See, facts, Shantae. That's what we talking about. And you have to have that conversation, bro. Because if you don't have it, it will literally destroy your life. It's not figuratively speaking. What did your grandma used to say? Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. Or somebody else's grandma, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. You know what I'm saying? This is fact. You're going to become those people you're around. You are who you hang out with. You are what you eat. If you're consuming bullshit because the person right next to you is full of bullshit, it just ain't won't work. You know what I'm saying? Sunshine, you have bedroom eyes. Thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for that. I'm attempting to speak and eat this peanut butter and banana sandwich at the same time. Protein and all that. Shantae literally has something to say about my body, my hair, anything. Like, damn, why you hate me? Damn, why you hate me, bruh? Why you hating? Wow! Thank you for that, Sunshine. Man, I had this conversation a little while ago, man. To the people that are hypercritical of everybody except themselves, I don't know the definition super hard about narcissism, but I think that's a sign of narcissism. When a person can point out all the flaws in you and none of the flaws in themselves, this motherfucker's crazy. That's the first thing I can think of. Like, yo, you're fucking crazy. You're pointing out everything that's wrong with me, and not only that, you used to expect me to believe this shit. Like, my ex-girl was like that. She pointed out everything that was wrong with me every day, all day, every day. My stomach's still hurting. Damn, Timothy, what's up with you? You're welcome, handsome. Thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate you. Azure Design Studio. OMG, I used to eat those all the time. It's been a while. Man, these shits will get you through a day, bro. And if you put the right ingredients in it, like organic bananas, natural peanut butter, be like, okay, hitting. But my ex, man, she used to be hypercritical of me, man. Everything. Like, I remember, man, in the months leading up to our breakup, I remember we walked to the gym together. This shit was always weird to me. She used to always ask me, yo, train me. Train me today. Train my arms. I'm weak in my arms and I'm weak in my core and stuff like that. Train these parts of my body. I'm like, okay, cool. Every time I go in the gym, I do 5 exercises and I leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm out. I don't be up in the gym all day, every day. I don't get no thrill in that. I do 5 exercises and I leave. Bro, I promise you, every single time she ever asked me to train her, I will go, take her to the gym. We would get to exercise 2 or 3, and we're already arguing. I don't have to do it your way. I don't have to do things on your time. You're trying to get me to do this exercise. I don't really need this. I really want this. And I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way, bro. You just asked me to train you. You just asked me to bring you in here so I could train you for the day. But because I'm your boyfriend, you have this like disdain for me. A trainer could tell you to do these exact same moves and you're going to do it. But because I'm your boyfriend, you're talking crazy to me in here because you know I'm not going to leave you. You know I'm not going to cuss you out. You know I'm not going to embarrass you in here. Like, bro, don't do that because that will make me want to. But it just let me know, like, yo, how are we arguing 3 exercises? Why did you ask me to train you? Like, never. We can never work together. Every time I've ever attempted to collaborate with her on anything, it was always like pulling fucking teeth. And I was like, man, this cannot be this hard. This cannot be this difficult. Like, what is the problem? Is it me? Do I need to change my approach with you? But no matter what approach I took, it was always a problem. And I remember walking to the gym this last day, and bro, she was telling me about myself. She was like, you know, you do this a lot, and you do that, and you do that. Like, none of it was good. Like, it wasn't nothing like, you know, you exercise a lot. You know, you speak very well for yourself. You know, you read a lot of books. You know, you're very, like, none of that shit. And every time she avoided giving me a compliment, this was her excuse. I don't want you to get a big head. I don't want you to get big headed. I don't want you to let it go to your head. I don't want you to feel yourself and all this other shit. And in my mind, I'm like, man, aren't I supposed to feel myself? Aren't you supposed to tell me shit to make me fired up, to get me excited about my day? You're telling me hypercritical things about myself that are all negative. Like, you can be critical about me, and some of them shits could be positive, bro. I used to have to ask her, bro, like, yo, can you say something nice to me? And she'd be like, oh, now you're trying to make it seem like I don't say nice things to you. I'm like, bro, it don't even got to be none of that shit. Just, can you say something nice to me? We walk into the gym, bro, she's just telling me about myself. You know, you do this, you do that, and see, you don't listen to me, and you don't, like, she wanted me to listen to her, and she wanted me to not only listen to her, but take her word as law instantly. If I listen too slow, it was a problem. You don't listen to me, you don't listen to me, you don't listen to me. See, I told you that. Why you had to wait for somebody else to tell you for you to believe it? You don't listen to me. You know, my mom, I'm like, damn, I can't think for myself. I can't come to my uncle. You offered me information. Now, don't I have the right to go and verify that? Oh, but see, that's just you not listening to me. You listening to other people instead of me. I'm like, but I just heard what you said. I took what you said into consideration. Do you know what it means to consider something? It doesn't mean I adopted it as law. You're not God, but I'm going to take it into consideration. And if I hear other people in the world say that shit, I'm going to be like, oh, there may be some validity to this. But you're not letting me have my process of elimination. You want me to, and if I don't listen to you on the dime, I'm not listening to you, and now it's a problem because I'm ignoring you and I'm muting you and I'm all this other shit. What are you talking about? How are we getting to that from that? I'm puzzled. So she'll be mad at me if I listen too slow. Then it's like, you're not listening to me. And I know it just sounds like I'm venting on my last relationship. And then if I listen too quickly, she said some shit about sex. Like, yo, I want to have sex a certain kind of way, and I don't want it to be structured. I don't want us to set time to have sex. I want to be able to, like, let's get it popping when I want it. Let's do it. And I'm like, okay, cool. The way my life is set up, man, I have obligations. There are things that I have to do, and I have to be at a certain place at certain times doing certain things with certain people. So I got to focus. I got a schedule that's tight. But fine, let's do it. You know, you want to have sex? Let's have sex right now. She like, huh? I said, yeah, you just had a conversation with me about the ways you want to have sex. Let's do this shit right now. Come on, let's go. Take your ass upstairs. Let's go. And I remember she got turned off by that. She was like, no, see, because now it doesn't seem genuine. Like, it doesn't seem genuine. Why? You just told me what you wanted. I can make the change right now. Let's do this. It's like, no, it just doesn't seem genuine right now because, like, why did I have to tell you? Like, since I had to tell you about it doesn't feel genuine. I'm like, ain't that the fucking point of a conversation? Isn't the point of a conversation for somebody to understand what you said and then make the necessary changes? So it's a problem if I move too slow. I'm not listening to you. I gotta wait for other validation to make my decision, my decision. And it's a problem if I move too fast. If I move too fast, it's not genuine. It's not, I don't mean it. Because I just heard you and I said, okay, bet, that's an easy fix. You want to get gutted. Let's go. We can do this shit right now because I don't want you to continuously have this complaint. Let's go. If you don't want to abide by my schedule, let's play this game the way you want to play it. Let's go. I'm going to do it right now. No, I don't want to, and now it doesn't feel genuine. So what you're explaining to me is that there's no way to fucking please you. If I move too slow, I don't listen to you. If I move too quickly, I'm not genuine. I have to move at a pace that you can internally quantify to make it make sense. Like, help me make that shit make sense, because I don't fucking get it. And I say that shit to say, man, sometimes you deal with people that are hypercritical of your performance and you can never please them, no matter which way it goes about it. And they will always point out the things that are wrong with you. And the second you point out something that's wrong with them, it's, oh, well, you do the same thing, and you do this, and you do that, so you can't speak. It's like, yeah, but do y'all really do the same thing? Like, let's be for real. And then it ends up being such a headache. You're like, man, I gotta like tap out. And the weirdest part about some relationships is it be like, Jazz Avery, what up? The weirdest part about some relationships, they be so good in certain ways that you don't want to lose them because like you're so good in all of these ways. I just wish that a majority of relationship was good in these ways. But when this shit is bad, bro, this shit is bad and that shit is not good. So I said that to say, man, that just puzzled the fuck out of me. Like, don't stress yourself out over other people that are critical of your performance in a negative way, bro. You got to understand some people will never be pleased with you. They'll never be pleased with you because they're not pleased with themselves. They'll never be happy with you because they're not happy with themselves. Jazz Avery, what up? How you doing? Good to see you, girl. I ain't seen you in a while. Some people will never be pleased with you because they're not pleased with themselves. They'll never be happy with you because they're not happy with themselves. They'll never be judgment-free of you because they're not judgment-free of themselves. They can never extend to you any courtesies that they're not extending to themselves. And they're not being considerate to themselves. That's that hater shit. Just randomly you find a way to hate today and it's weird. But, yeah, man. Let's see. All right, I missed 25 comments. Let's see what they saying. She asked you to train her, exactly. Ashley D, exactly. That shit blew my mind. You asked me to train you, and then we get up in the spot. I'm 2 exercises out of 5 exercises in, and we're arguing. I don't have, what she used to say is, I don't have to do it your way. I don't have to do it your way. There's another way for me to get the same result. And in my mind, I'm like, why the fuck did you ask me to train you then? This is puzzling to me. You see some of the results that I have on my body, so you want me to train you. And then as soon as we get in here, we're fighting because you just don't want to listen to me or you just want to fight. Some days, bro, I just felt that shit in that relationship, bro. You just wanted to fucking fight. And I know that shit. Like, I'm not, my homie said this shit. My homie said this one time because he had a girl that was similar. Jazz, hi, friend. Hey, Lene IG, what's up? Jazz Avery. Good morning, you preaching this morning. Hey, man, I got to, Jazz. We got to get some stuff off our chest. We're talking about toxicity in relationships right now. Like, at some points, I just realized, like, yo, bro, this person just want to fight with me. There's nothing to fight about. There's nothing to talk about. We can have peacetime right now instead of wartime. But you want to fight. You want to fight, and my conclusion is probably you're mad about something, you're angry about something that's happening in your life, and you're looking for someone to blame, and you're looking for someone to punch and kick and fight. And I'm the closest person because I'm the closest person to you. So you're going to reroute that energy. You're going to reroute that's misguided rage, and you're going to send in my direction because I'm the closest target to you. To an ignorant person, they might let you bully them like that to the end of life. To someone who understands what that is, somebody made you mad outside and you came home and argued with me, I might lose my fucking mind on you too. Because don't do that shit. Don't reroute that anger. Own that shit. Find whoever made you mad and fix that with that person. Don't take your anger and come home and bring that shit over. That's random. That's no different than the 1950s house husband that used to get slapped at work by his boss and then go home and slap his wife. Like, that's crazy to me, bro. How you get slapped at work? You're going to go home and beat your wife because she's the only person beneath you that has to be subservient to you, so you're a bully, bro. You're just a bully. You're rerouting your rage to somebody who you know is going to have to take that ass whooping. Because you wouldn't do that to like a regular person outside. You wouldn't do that to like, you're clearly not doing it to the person that's actually upsetting you. So you're rerouting that rage to somebody who you can bully. Somebody who's like in your charge, in your care. The person that you're in a relationship with. Don't do that shit. My homie said it like this. Because he was in a relationship with a girl who did it similarly. He was like, bruh, in relationships, sometimes you got to hold that punching bag for your loved one. Like sometimes I got to let you vent and I got to hold that punching bag for you. But I'm not going to be the fucking punching bag for you. Like, we all got demons and problems and issues and traumas and insecurities and doubts and fears and worries. I can do a lot of shit to help you overcome yours. But I'm not going to let you put all of your life issues on me and then beat me up for everything that you're not dealing with inside of yourself. That's crazy. And I'm not helping you with that shit. I'm allowing you to escape your own inner work. I'm not helping you with that shit. That's just crazy. So, yeah. Tell you, man. Shantae, thank you for the follow. Pluto Mars, respect. I feel you're so cute. Thank you, Kimothy. I appreciate that. Christian Galvin, storms are temporary. The sun will shine again. Smile, you matter in this world. Hey, man, that's what's up. Appreciate that. That's a great word. Lene IG should be a safe place. Right. Mercy, what up, Mercy? Welcome to the live. Relationship should be a safe place, man. But you'd be surprised how many times a relationship is not a safe place. Sometimes in your relationships, you get more judgment. You get more criticism. You get more cynicism. You get more doubt. You get more fear. You get more projection. And you get more of this crazy shit, which I didn't even notice was a thing. People in relationships convincing other people that they're fucking crazy. Like, gaslighting. Yo, my girl should tell me that shit. She used to be like, oh, you were gaslighting me in this situation and gaslighting me in that situation. So I had to look that shit up. Like, what is gaslighting? You made me feel crazy. I said, I made you feel crazy? How? I didn't never tell you that you was crazy. She's like, nah, but because I thought it was this and you told me it wasn't that and then it ended up being that, you know, it made me feel crazy. Or you're not. I think her thing was because that didn't actually never happen. She wanted to make it seem as though she wanted me to understand her doubts and fears, and if anything in the world disproved her, she wouldn't believe that. She would say, no, I trust my gut and I trust my brain over anybody else, so I'm not going to let you tell me that what I think is not the reality. So you're just trying to make me seem crazy in here. It's like, nah, sometimes it's really not a motherfucker trying to make you seem crazy. What you're seeing is just not what it is. I know you have a gut feeling, but that shit just ain't what it is. Jazz Avery, powerful points. Thanks for being vulnerable. I feel it so much. Honestly, bro, toxicity in relationships, this should go deep. Ashley D, what the fuck? Childish. I'm telling you. I agree with you. Toxic. All right. Rolanda Johnson. Good morning. Good morning, Rolanda. Chase Smile. Nothing wrong with feeding you with good stuff all day, every day. It isn't your problem if they ego. It's not your problem if they ego. Lucila. She was insecure and insensitive. She was controlling. I'll be honest with you, man. I really had a lot of love for my ex in that relationship, dog. But now that I'm out of it, it's weird how sometimes a relationship means so much to you while you're in it. And then when you get out of it, it's like a spell was broken. It's like you just got out of a spell. It's like, hold up. I think in the Bible it talks about like scales falling from somebody's eyes and now you can see clearly. And I'm like, yo, bro, wait a minute. Some of this shit was genuinely weird. And I didn't deserve some of that shit. Now I think about it. I mean, I'm not perfect at all. I did things to her in a relationship that she didn't deserve. And that I was the villain for that. But the difference between she and I is I will own up to that villain shit. If I did something bad to you and I know it's bad, yo, I'm sorry. And I'll do everything in my power to make it right because I'm still learning. I'm still growing. And so if I did something to you, I apologize. Let's get to a better place. You know what's actually weird too? I'm getting to it. Well, anyway, that's another subject. But I would apologize and we could get over it. The difference is like some people can't apologize. Some people can't apologize at all. Some people can't like admit when they're wrong. Some people just don't do that shit. And to me, it's mind blowing. It's like, bro, apologizing is not that fucking hard, bro. Just say you're sorry and mean it. Like, why? Some people act like apologizing is like torture to their soul. It's like if to make you apologize to me right now for some shit that you did is like I'm asking you to sell your soul to the devil. That's what you guys are making it. Some people just like it's like they start catching fucking hives or something like that. It's like, yo, bro, you fucked up over there. Clearly, apologize. Think about what you did. Make a change. Move on. That shit, move the fuck on. But some people, bro, they act like it is the end of the world. It's like, bro, do you know that you are not perfect? Do you know nobody expects you to be perfect? Matter of fact, I know you might think that you are perfect, but I want you to know, no one else in the world is looking at you like you're perfect, right? Like nobody. If you think you're perfect, you're the only one. Because everybody else can see you for what you are. A regular fucking girl, a regular fucking guy, a regular human being trying to get by. Filled with fears, filled with doubts, filled with insecurities, filled with worries about tomorrow and traumas about the past. Like, yo, bro, we know what you are. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's expecting you to be perfect. So when you make a mistake, just apologize. And just actually consider the apology, bro. Be like, yo, you know what? I messed up. I can fix that shit. But some people act like it's the end of the world, bro. That shit puzzles me. I never get it. Mercy says no accountability on Instagram. Yo, I just don't get it. Chase Mile gets too big. All right, let me see. Let's get these comments. Lucille, thank you for the follow. Don't we want a confident partner that feels good? Right now. Hey, wait, what? Okay. She was something else. And I don't want everybody, I don't want people to think that I was dating a villain. Like she was not a villain whatsoever. She's just a regular person who got regular shit that she got to go through. You know what I'm saying? In recent times, she actually sent me like a long list of apologies. She sent me an email. In recent times, and maybe this is TMI, but I really don't care because it's my story, and I've spent so many years keeping it to myself that now I feel better about just expressing like, okay, this was the chemical composition of my relationship, just so other people could see it. Because as I speak about it, I begin to see other people's like take on it, and I'm like, there's some things I probably could have done differently in that space. I could have maneuvered this shit differently. She sent me an email recently. We haven't talked on the phone since January. We haven't sent any messages, anything like that. And she sent me an email that was like really, really, really long. And it was a bunch of apologies. You know, she sent me 20, like, it's like pretty much 25 paragraphs of apologies. And I was shocked by that shit. I'm very, very, very shocked. I'm shocked, and I also appreciate it. And it's also like crazy to me. And it's also like, wow, bro. So you knew this shit. You knew all of these issues that you knew a lot of this shit that I was talking about, and you knew you was doing it. And it's just a long list of we haven't talked in, you know, it's May now, what, 5 months, 4 months? And she just sent me this out of nowhere. And if you know her, you know that she does not apologize. She's not an apologizer. She will not apologize. She will never, she does this thing where psychologically, she'll put herself in a position to never have to apologize. If you ask her, hey, who's right? Trump or Biden? Who's right? You know, this person or that person? She'll say both. I can see how both people are right. I can see how this person's right and that person's right. And over time, I'm like, you're just indecisive. But as I unpack that more, I'm like, no, you're not indecisive. You're smart enough, and you're so afraid of, you're smart enough to disguise your real reasonings behind saying both. You don't want to be criticized for making the wrong decision so that a person can never pinpoint that you were wrong. So you want to say both. I get both. I understand both. I understand both sides. I see both sides. So no matter which way this goes, I will always have been right. So since I'm never wrong, I can tell myself and I can continue this narrative inside of my mind that I'm perfect. And it's like, yo, you're not perfect because you don't make decisions. You're not perfect because you hide away from risk. You're not perfect because you don't take accountability for yourself. You're not perfect because when a person points out what's wrong with you, you immediately can point out what's wrong with them, thus not having to address what was said about you. You're not perfect because of that. You're a child, and you're running from reality, and you're living in this, you know, you're just living in this strange perception of the world, bro, that's gonna keep you stuck and unhappy forever. Don't go down that route. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want everybody to think that I was just in a relationship with a villain. I wasn't. She was not a villain at all. She's just a girl going through life, having these experiences and having to figure her stuff out. But I'm just listing some of the shit that I had experienced. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also not a great guy. Like, I had a 12-year relationship with her, and I stepped out on her in that relationship. That was like the biggest thing. That shit crushed and destroyed our relationship. She didn't know. She didn't know at the time, but eventually our relationship got to the point where even though she didn't know the things that I had done in the dark, she began to distance herself, and she began to start engaging with other people and doing other things, like really engaging with other men. And I had to tell myself, like, man, I'm really about to lose out on this relationship. And it's not something that I'm openly speaking about, but I think that my karma is causing my relationship to be destroyed. So I need to open that shit up. I need to admit this to her. So we was on the beach one time, and I asked her a question about, like, yo, a way that she interacted with a man that she was talking to. And she told me one thing. That thing ended up not being true. So I asked her again, like, yo, tell me the truth about this shit. And I found proof that it wasn't true. And so she had to, like, tell me the real. And so when she told me the real, I was like, okay, cool. And then I ended up telling her my real. I was like, look, over the course of our relationship, I did this on this day, and I did this on this day. Those. And that shit was crushing for her. It was crushing. She didn't want to talk to me. She jumped on a plane. She flew to LA. I had to chase her to LA, chase her to Rancho Cucamonga, and like really had to I had to put my heart on the line because I knew that she had did bad, but I knew that what I did was worse. So I had to own it. I took all of the blame. Even though she was guilty of X, Y, and Z, I was guilty of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and X, Y, and Z. So I had to own up to that shit, and it was painful, bro. But that's how you know a nigga like me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I'm either gonna say nothing or I'm gonna say the truth. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't got no time to lie to no human. Like, I'm not interested in that shit. I will tell you the truth. So I volunteered that information, and it destroyed my relationship. But I felt like the relationship was getting destroyed anyway. My relationship was starting to corrode from the inside out due to secrets. So I'm like, okay, cool. The only way to fix something, if secrets are destroying your relationship, the only way to fix that shit is to tell the truth, right? The truth will set you free. This is gonna be crushing. And it crushed her and it crushed me, bro. Like, I went through fucking hell after that shit. I didn't know I could feel that bad. You know what I'm saying? I did not know that. Like, I did not know that I, as a human being, could feel that bad. Dog, I felt so fucking bad. I'll just tell you this. I can sleep. Like, I'm a sleeper. Like, if it's time for sleep, I will sleep. I don't play. My mother passed away January 16, 2021. The day that she passed away, my sister could not sleep at all. Me, I was asleep. My mother's passed away, but now it's time for rest. I'm asleep. I can sleep no matter what. The only time in my life that I ever lost sleep over something was that moment. When I told her what I had did, and she was crushed by that shit, bro. I was not sleeping. I was fucked up. My energy was terrible. And the only thing that would have fixed me was her to forgive me and her to understand how sorry I was. Because the craziest part about it is I didn't even really do them things because I wanted to. I just did them because, like, man, like I could, you know? I just wanted to see if I could. I've been in a relationship for a decade plus, and I fucked up. And that's what I had to own up to, and it was crushing. And that makes me a villain. That makes me a bad person. That makes me somebody who's, like, not good. I don't believe in that once a cheater, always a cheater shit. I don't go for that because I would never classify myself like that. I'm not interested in, like, dealing with multiple women at all. But over the course of my relationship, I did this and I did that, and I had to own up to that shit. And it was crushing. Crushed our relationship. Destroyed it. But eventually we got back to a better space. She always looked at me with that side eye, like, and it was so fucking hard, bro. I'm talking about like 2 years of just, when I say shit treatment, bro, like, I went through everything, bro. I was sleeping in my car in LA just to get her to forgive me. And it was a bunch of stuff, bro. Like, I thought, if I tell you how much money I spent in that season just to get my girl, because I lost my mother that same year, so I couldn't lose my mother and my girl in the same year. You know what I'm saying? That shit would have been too much. That's too much. So I had to at least save my girl. But, man, that shit was just bad. But I owned up to it. So, you know what I'm saying? And it was tough, but it was something that had to be done. I could have still lied. You don't got no proof of this shit. You know, I mean, I actually never lied. I could have just kept it to myself. But I knew that was not the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just tough. So I still like to say, I don't want everybody to think that my ex-girl was a villain, because I don't think she was a villain. She's a human person having a human experience, going through life, figuring this shit out, because nobody got the right answers. And also at the same time, I fucked up, but at the same time, I also give myself a little bit of grace. We were in a long-distance relationship, and that wasn't my choice. I told her when she moved out of the town that I was in, we should break up. We didn't break up. But I look back now, and I see how that did it changed my perception of what my relationship was. And I got to own up to that shit. You feel me? So all in all, everybody makes mistakes. But you know when somebody's intentions overall throughout the course of your relationship is good or bad. You know when somebody actually cares to contribute a positively to your life, or you know when somebody's like just really like, yo, bro, I want to criticize you. I want somebody who I can beat up in here. I want somebody who I can manipulate mentally. Like, you know when somebody's ego tripping in your relationship, and you know when somebody actually cares and considers how you feel and who you are, you know? So, it's just levels. Sean said, do you think a relationship can be fixed after a lot of hurt? Yeah, I'll be honest with you, yes. A relationship can be fixed after a lot of hurt, Shantae. And I would actually say the only way to get to an actual great relationship is by enduring a lot of hurt. It's no different than going to the gym. In order for you to build muscle, you got to tear that shit first. You gotta go up against resistance. You got to feel pain. And you got to know forgiveness. True love includes forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Forgiveness is a part of true love. So I think that in order for you to get to like a zenith, get to a point of like, wow, real love, y'all got to go through shit. Y'all got to go through shit that challenges y'all and stresses y'all and worries y'all. You got to go into the darkness with somebody to the point where you're like, I don't think we're going to make this shit. Like, I don't think this is going to work. I went through that so many times in my last relationship. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work. And we always made it through. We always made it through. Honestly speaking, it wasn't until I meditated with God that I was like, man, this relationship, it's time to come to an end. Because I felt God was telling me that. I felt God had been telling me that for the past 8 years, actually. And I'm so conditioned to listen to my flesh instead of my spirit that I was listening to what my body wanted. And I was listening to it logically. Logically, I got a good girl. Logically, we've been together for 10 years. Logically, you put that much time in, you might as well make it work. Logically, our story makes sense. Logically, you know, we're compatible to a degree, and maybe I just don't need the other degrees. Logically. But that logical shit does not work. That shit does not work. I don't know if you're going to get into your Bible. I don't know what you're going to get into. But when my spirit, after my mother passed away and I got closer to God, I began meditating and I can have a real conversation with God right now. I had one last night. Like, I have a real conversation with God. And God was telling me, like, yo, I've been telling you for a while to separate from that relationship, but you're holding on to what you can see. You know what I'm saying? Your flesh. You're holding on to that flesh. I don't want to listen to my flesh anymore. I want to listen to my spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling nobody to go run into a church. I'm just saying there are spirit, like you can tap in and do something that's good for your spirit, that's not good for your body, like fasting. Fasting, your body not going to like it, but your spirit is going to grow. Delayed gratification, your body not going to like it, but your spirit's going to grow. Oh my God, my sister's in the live. What up, sis? Jazz Avery says on Instagram, I think it can be fixed. Everyone has to put their ego aside and genuinely forgive. That's a great one, for sure. What's up, sister? Welcome to the live, man. My little sister's in the live on Instagram. All right, Sean said hopefully that answered that question. Let me see. Mm, um, okay, hold up. You can train me respectfully. You can train me respectfully. Too fine, sir. Breezy Bree, thank you for that, Breezy. Do you think, yeah, relationship? My mother does that to me. Damn. Dang, that person should be loved the most, right? Laverne, yes, they don't want to own up to it, right? Brianna, hey, what's up, Brianna? Hola. Brianna's like my favorite name right now. Life is too short. Breezy Bree, fact. Life is too short. Chase smiles. I would never understand not being able to apologize. It gives you peace. Facts. Fiji's back. What up, Fiji? Shantae says, no, you have to know. Have you dealt with someone who won't apologize or even talk about it, but expect you to get over it? Yeah, I do. I know exactly what it's like. To talk to somebody who, bruh, recently, so check this shit out. Recently, my female friends in my life have told me to stop apologizing. They tell me that I apologize too much. And I'm like, that's interesting. Because I'll be like, yo, I apologize for that. Or, hey, I'm sorry if I did this or sorry if I did that. And recently, multiple female friends of mine was like, bro, you apologize too much. I'm like, what? A person can apologize too much? And they're like, stop apologizing. It's not good. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but I always want to let somebody know that I'm not hung up over that shit, Because some people don't apologize, bro. They just never fucking apologize. They act like it's like pulling teeth to say sorry. And when you on the other side of that shit, it just feels terrible. I feel like, dog, like, what is wrong with you? You just did something bad. Apologize. Some people act like it's not. So I feel like I trained myself. My father never apologized. My sisters don't apologize. One of my sisters specifically don't apologize. My girl didn't apologize. So I felt like after my life of dealing with people so long that do not apologize, I put it into my verbiage to like easily be able to kick out an apology just to let you motherfuckers know that shit is not hard. It's not hard to say sorry. It's not hard to apologize for something that you did to somebody. It's not hard to say my bad. It's not hard to own up to something. It's not hard to understand you made a mistake and then make a change. But some people act like it's the end of the world and they'll do everything possible to not be blamed. No, I don't. For me to say sorry is for me to admit guilt. And I don't want to be seen as guilty. And you think about this shit too much, bro. Say sorry and move on. That's it. Like, it's not that deep, bro. No one cares about you that much. But, bro, the fact that you can't say sorry is a weird, crippling defect in your character. You got to know that. Because you are refusing accountability at all turns. And the second somebody point out something that you did, you immediately, this person did this and this person did that, so I shouldn't have to. Man, shut that shit up. Just say fucking sorry, bro. What's wrong with you? Say sorry. But somebody used to tell me, like, yo, stop saying sorry. So now I guess I got to stop apologizing. It's crazy. Hey, man, hold yourself accountable. It's growth. Facts. Let me see on IG. Mercy says, we like to do what we want, but God has our life written. When you talk to God, he listens and speaks back. We must listen. Honestly speaking. Jason, what up, bro? IV. What up, IV? What up, Yvette? Welcome to the live. Yvette is also a really pretty name. I like the name Brianna right now. I also like Yvette. I've always liked the name Yvette, actually. Actually, my sister's middle name is Yvette, and my mother's middle name was Yvette. Now I think about it. Damn, you beat her up? Nah, I ain't beat nobody up. Why did you stay for as long as you did? Fiji's back. Why did I stay in my last relationship as long as I did? Because I loved her, I loved her. I loved her to pieces. I loved her to death. I was willing to go up against all of her demons to pull out the person I knew she could be. You feel me? That's why I stayed in that relationship, dog. Because I was like, man, I can see it. I know who you could be. You know what I'm saying? You have so many good qualities. You just got to like diminish some of these like these bad qualities and you'll be great. I know who you have the potential of being. So I stayed for the potential. I stayed for like, yo, I know who you could be, man. I want to pull that person out of you or at least shine some light on that person because you might not even be aware. Sometimes you have gifts, talents, abilities, grace of your life for specific things and you can't see it yourself until someone highlights that in you. Hey, you're really good at writing. Hey, you're really good at singing. Hey, you're really good at dancing. Hey, you're really good at making music. Hey, you're really good at modeling. Hey, you're really good at, sometimes you need somebody to generate that. And once you get the generator running, that shit goes. But she wouldn't come, bro. That's what broke it up at the end of the day. There was a place that I wanted to take her. Not a physical place, like a mental place, an emotional place, a spiritual place that I wanted to take her. That I knew she's looking to go to, but she couldn't. She was unwilling to go with me down this road. You know what I'm saying? And so it just happens like that. You know what I'm saying? It just happens like that. So You know, you can't really force people. I can't force you to develop. I can't force you to grow. I can't force you to see what I see. All I could do is say, man, I know where you're looking to go to, and I hope you get there. That's just the best. That's the best you can do for other people. You know what I'm saying? But I stayed in that relationship for the potential who she could be, and I didn't realize that that's what I was doing to the end. By the end of the relationship, I realized, like, yo, bro, I'm actually not even in a relationship with you. I'm in a relationship with my imagination of who you are. I'm imagining who you are. It's not even who I'm really fucking with right now. And so I'm crazy. I'm a crazy person. You're not even wrong here because you're yourself. You're doing what you do. You are who you are. I'm crazy for thinking that you're going to change. I'm crazy for thinking I could change you. I'm crazy for thinking that I can inspire you to do better for yourself or want better for yourself. I'm the insane person here, not you. I'm fucking up. So I need to remove myself because it's not happening. It's not going nowhere. All the treatment that I get is all the treatment I'm going to continue to get. And I wasn't cool with it when you did it. I'm not cool with it now. I'm not going to be cool with it later. This shit is for the birds. As much as you can love somebody, you can know that's that person still not for you. I can love you to pieces, and I can still know and acknowledge me and you not supposed to be together right now, though. I love you, but we're not supposed to be together at all. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like that. You know, the saddest part or the saddest outcome would be a person that you acknowledge you're not supposed to be with that you still with. Then you fucking losing your mind because you are literally losing your life to protect someone else's opinion of you. Oh, I don't want to leave this person because they need me. Nobody needs you that much. Let's be for real. Because if you die tomorrow, the world will still spin. So nobody needs you that much. You're telling yourself that this person needs you so that you can continue to enable them. You can continue to enable their codependency on you. Whether you help them financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, whatever way you're helping or contributing to their life, you can convince yourself that they need you, but bro, they really don't fucking need you. You know what I'm saying? You're convincing yourself like that. And on a small level, you have this perverse attraction to being needed by somebody. And so you really getting turned up by that shit. Oh yeah, you know, this person always need me to do this for them, need me to do that for them. But you also have this perverse little attraction to being needed. Everybody wants to feel needed. Everybody wants to feel wanted. Even when you act like you don't. The person always asking me for something. But at the same time, they called you. Some of us are ridiculous. All right, LOL. Mercy says, sorry is different than I apologize. Don't you think? I do think so, yeah. I do. Chase a smile, appreciate you. Yo. Again, my name is King Hoodie. I'm a recording artist from Miami-Dade County, Florida. If you're not already following me, follow me. I'm on TikTok right now. I'm also on Instagram, and I'm also on YouTube streaming at the same time. Y'all make sure you keep tapping the screen, man. Let's get the likes to 10,000. If you're on TikTok with me, as you tap the screen, the hearts are going to go up. It's totally free for you. Don't worry. Nobody's going to charge your credit card, nothing like that. But as you keep tapping the screen, it makes the live more popping, so more people can jump up in here. We have a doper conversation. So let's see if we get them likes to 10,000. We at 2,900 right now. Oh, now we at 3,000. Appreciate y'all. Let's run it up. Running Roman, you carry a lot of wisdom. Yo, on Instagram, Running Roman, for those who are watching on Instagram, Running Roman is my actual little sister. I love it how like my family members be jumping into this shit. Running Roman on IG, literally my little sister, my blood little sister, same mother, same father. We was talking 2 nights ago. And I'm about to pull up to LA to go see her in a minute. But my actual blood little sister right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's the bomb. She's y'all would love her because she'll love you and she'll love you loudly. My sister be making me uncomfortable sometimes. She be like, I love you so much, brother. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? When you're not used to people expressing, maybe I'm so used to toxicity, I don't know how to express real love. Because my little sister, she would love me on some like borderline hippie love. You know what I'm saying? Like she kind of give me surfer vibes. She used to wear this seashell necklace. And bruh, she'll tell me she love me. And I'll be like, I'll be fucking stunned. She'll be like, oh, brother, I just love you so much. You're so amazing. You're so incredible. What do you do with that? You know what I'm saying? So, but I love my little sister, man. She the truth. She really is like, if you have her as a friend, then you have a truly good friend. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. I'm holding this damn peanut butter banana sandwich for like an hour. Fiji's back. That's why I stayed in a relationship that long. Michael, that's when you decided to hit her? Michael, domestic violence is not funny, but the fact you keep asking me if I hit my ex-girl is crazy. I never hit her. I would never even get down like that. Bruh, hey, look, man, I'll tell you this. She said this shit one time. I think she was trying to lead the relationship not to domestic violence, but I remember one time she asked me some question in the car. I was dropping her off to her house, and she asked me some question. And I started laughing. I guess she was serious. Like, are you doing this or that? And I was like, started laughing. And she looked at me. She said, oh, you think it's funny? She said, you laughing like you can't get slapped. I just gotta say, bro, we were in front of her house, and that was the first time any shit like that came across my desk. I'll be real with you. She said, and you know how somebody will try to like, don't be trying to include new shit into this relationship, homie, because that shit might not work in your favor. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, she said something to me. I guess she was serious, and I started laughing, like, ha, 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 ha. And she looked at me. She was like, she said, oh, you think I'm playing? She said, you laughing like you can't get slapped. Bruh, I just remember I stopped smiling, and I just remember looking at her, and I remember saying, I just remember looking at her with, like, in my mind thinking, are you fucking crazy? First off, I'm from a house full of girls. Like, I have 3 sisters, and outside of them, I have 3 female cousins. I was raised with 6 girls my entire life, and all of their fucking friends. All of them. Like, my little sister could tell you that shit. First thing I thought of in my mind was, slap? Did you just say you were gonna slap me? I wanted to laugh again, but I was like, it's not the right time, because if you actually do this shit, I'm gonna lose it. So I just remember she said, oh, you laughing like you can't get slapped. I remember looking at her, and I just remember telling her gently and calmly, man, my mind was racing, but I remember looking at her gently and calmly and just said, don't slap me. I don't know, man, I just, in my mind, you know how sometimes you might not be able to control your face? I just remember saying, don't slap me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't laugh about it. I was smirking like this, but I remember thinking to myself, like, you just said I'm laughing like I can't get slapped, like you're gonna take your hand and come across my shit for laughing, for me laughing? You must be fucking crazy. Like, what, in what world do you think that's gonna work out for you? You know, I'm not a woman beater whatsoever. Like, I would never fix my hands to beat no woman up. But I'm also not about to get beat up by no fucking women. You must have me, like, again, I grew up with 6 girls. I know how much women can take. You're not about to put your hands on me, bro. That's where the shit done got ridiculous. You feel me? I don't go for that shit. I don't go for that shit. Like, I can't make you no promises. I will never in my heart ever attempt to put no hands on no female. But I will tell you this. Don't fix your face and your mind and your physical hands to put your hands on me, bro. Because realistically speaking, I got issues, yo. I got issues just like everybody else. I've gotten beat up my whole fucking life, bro. Like, people don't understand this shit. I've gotten beat up my whole life. Do not think that you're going to hit me in any kind of capacity and darkness is not gonna follow. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that shit. Like, do not. That's why I can't understand, like, stupid people in the world. I don't understand road rage. I never understood that shit. I never understood how a nigga could get into so mad about somebody cutting you off. You jump out of the car, you about to fight somebody for this shit, for cutting you off in the line. Are you fucking crazy? Especially growing up in Miami and Florida, bro. Like, bro, everything moving out here got a gun. What are you talking about, bro? You about to end up on channel 6. Are you fucking crazy? So you're about to jump outside and fist fight another human being for some dumb shit in the car? Like, if homie jump and come to this car, yo, it might happen. But I'm not gonna jump out my car and go, I don't care how mad you is in here. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me because, yo, people have lost their lives for stupid shit. And so it always blows my mind how easily people think that they, with their stupid ass, can go and hit somebody and something is not gonna happen to them. Like, what are you thinking about? Some of y'all people who just up and lose your life outside, y'all niggas deserved it. Let's be honest. I used to do security, man. I did security in a club for like years. And bruh, that job showed me that some people deserve to lose their lives. I'll be real with you. Dog, one time I was doing security at a New Year's Eve party in Fort Lauderdale, some club in Los Olas. I remember it's me and all my homies too. All my homies is big as fuck, and I'm just, you know, I'm decent enough to do security. Man, there was this guy, bro. He kept fucking up, and we threw him outside, threw him in the alley. 5 minutes later, this nigga done walked around the front, got back in the club again. We threw his ass out again. And then, like, another couple minutes later, he back in here again, bro. Keep coming back to the same section so we could, like, rough him up. And I'm like, yo, bro, this dude just really wants to die. Must be. Why you keep coming back to this? First off, if you find a way to sneak back into the club, why you don't just go over there? You know what I'm saying? Why you keep coming back here where you know we're gonna fuck you up at? It's mind-blowing to me. Some people like pain, and some people are just dumb. So I don't get it. But I say that to say I don't advocate for domestic abuse in any capacity whatsoever. However, that should go both ways. If you're a woman and you think that, like, you're fine taking your hands, balling that shit up and hitting a grown ass man who might have, like, deep issues, bro. Some people got deep fucking issues, bro. Like, shit that happened in my childhood that I cannot undo. So if you give me an opportunity to unleash that shit on you, bruh, I'm gonna lose it in here, bro. I'm gonna lose it. You feel me? I'm gonna lose it in this bitch. And you're gonna deserve all this shit because I will do everything in my power to make sure you understand. Like, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Because I'm gonna get really scared in here. And I'm gonna get really, really scared in here. And I'm not gonna get scared for me, bruh. I'm gonna get terrified for you, bro. This shit is about to go down. And like, people who know me know that shit about me, dog. They know that shit about me to like a degree. I got this scar right here. I tell this story all the time. This shit happened in 2021 at my cousin's wedding. You know what I'm saying? I'm at my cousin's wedding. I'm at a wedding, bro. Some nigga felt it in his spirit to hit me because of some shit that had to happen in the wedding. Man, I beat this nigga so fucking bad throughout this parking lot, bro. And by the end of the night, I ended up in a police car. My face was bloody like crazy. It was just a ridiculous night, bro. But it blew my mind that this person that I didn't know was so mad about some shit. My cousin stopped this guy and this girl from stealing bottles from my cousin's wedding. I just happened to be with my cousin while he was regulating on these people. And my cousin was like, yo, let me get these bottles. And the people were like, no, we're taking it to the bride's car. My cousin was like, nah, just give me the bottle. And my cousin paid for the fucking wedding. He just telling me about this shit. He you know what I'm saying? Or like, at least he was involved in it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, this is your sister. I know you was involved in this. So I'm sitting there. Jazz Avery, it's not right to put your hands on anyone. I don't think so, bro. Just think twice about that shit. And so I'm sitting there watching my cousin regulate. In my mind, I'm thinking my cousin is tripping. I'm like, bro, cousin, you are tripping. Because I'm like, they just told you they taking the bottles to the bride's car. Ain't nobody gonna steal no bottles in a wedding, man. That's crazy. My cousin ain't having it. He's like, yo, bro, just give me the bottles and we gonna be good. There's a girl and a guy. This dude, he ends up like putting his hand on my cousin like, hey, bro, just chill. The way that this nigga said bro to my cousin signified to me that he didn't know my cousin. He's like, hey, bro, just chill. Because if you knew my cousin, you would call him by his name. Like, hey, bro, just chill. And I'm like, hold up. I'm like, hey, bro, you chill. He like, what? I said, bro, we don't know you. Chill. You chill, nigga. Because like, I didn't like that shit. I didn't like how you did that. I don't even know this person. The person's a little taller than me, though. I didn't know this person. And so, and I'm 6'1", so this dude probably was 6'2", 6'3", or some crazy shit. And so I'm like, hey, bro, you chill. Nigga like, what? What? He just keeps saying, what? And I'm like, bro, what's wrong with this nigga? And so I didn't realize the shit got added. I'm still chilling. I'm still enjoying my night because I'm at a wedding and I'm at my family wedding. So it's like, I know everybody here. It's a great time. And we all are fucking drunk. As soon as we got up in this wedding, bro, it's a black wedding. We got fucking smashed. As soon as we got in a party, wedding start late, but the drinking start early. Tell you, the shit was lit. And I don't even know if my cousin is in the live right now because I got 50 unread comments in it, but I don't even know. So I'm sitting there, man. The dude is like, now he getting mad. And I'm like, bro, what? This shit is, I don't even know what's happening. Man, look, somebody stealing bottles. I'm still thinking that my cousin is tripping. But you know how like we roll, like I'm not gonna tell my cousin publicly I think he tripping, but I'm gonna be like, okay, we gonna regulate, do whatever we gotta do. But when this is done, I'll be like, bro, what are you talking about? They just said what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? But that's between you and me. But I ain't gonna say, we gotta do what we gotta do. Anyways, this nigga get mad, they take him inside. I'm outside. So now I'm talking to the girl, talking to my cousin. The girl giving me the bottle. Like, yo, just chill, everything's cool. And I'm sitting there like, I know that little interaction wasn't that bad. Like that wasn't no bad. Bianca, you wasn't there. Bianca, were you there? My little sister. I'm trying to ask you if she was there. We at the wedding? And so I'm like, this little interaction wasn't that bad. Like, I don't even know these people, but whatever that was, weird. Mind you though, I will say this too. I had a, man, look, bro, it's crazy. Anyway, they took homie inside. I'm outside. I'm talking. I'm having a conversation. We didn't, that energy done left. I'm talking to the girl. I'm talking to my cousin. We having a vibe. We having a good, like 5-10 minutes pass by. Next, you know, this nigga come from inside the venue. He comes outside. He walks straight up to me. He like, hey, bro, I said what I said. And I'm like, bro, and I still don't know who you are, bro. I'm still having such a good time. I'm like oblivious to this bullshit this nigga trying to pull. He's like, hey, I said what I said. And I'm like, bro, I still don't know who you are. And so I'm turning like, this shit ain't nothing. So I'm turning to get back to the combo. That's where I fucked up at. Like, I learned a very valuable, never turn your back on somebody who's mad at you on any level. Any level. So I'm like, I turn my back. I'm like, I turn to the side. I'm like, whatever, nigga. And like, just go away. Like, you was already gone while you back on this. No one cares. And so I'm like, getting back to this conversation. All I feel is a hit. Bam! I'm like, it's just, man, this shit was crazy. I felt a hit, and I hit a nigga talking shit. I'm like, hold up. Let's get our lives together right now. Hold up. Did somebody just fucking hit me in a parking lot in Fort Lauderdale in the middle of the night? Like, that shit, nigga hit me. I'm like, oh. And you know, I'm not a UFC fighter or MMA fighter, no shit like that. But bruh, when push comes to shove, I will beat your ass in here. I don't care who you are. Niggas know this is a known thing to people who know. Like, bruh, I beat up multiple niggas in New York and one Airbnb. Like, bruh, just relax, yo. Don't do this. The nigga hit me, bruh. And once I realized I just got hit, here's the crazy thing. We're in this wedding and everybody was told in the wedding to wear black. It was an all black affair. Everyone's wearing black and we in a parking lot at night. So imagine, everybody's wearing black. This is how I know God wanted me to whoop this nigga's ass. Because everybody's wearing black in this parking lot except this one individual. This nigga is wearing white. So imagine that shit. Like, imagine you just get hit and you already lit and now you deliriously upset. Or like, you're like, bruh, it was like a heat-seeking missile. I knew exactly who I was running to hit. Man, I ran up on this nigga. I hit this nigga so many fucking times. That nigga hit me once. I hit him like 1,000 times. I remember at one point he on the ground, and I'm still on my feet. You know what I'm saying? And I remember like, I just had the nigga's hair in my hand, and I'm just hitting this nigga like going to work. And I'm like, man, but no matter how many times you hit a person after they hit you like that, you're still not satisfied. Because like, bro, I'm beating your lights out, and I must have won this fight like 15, I won this fight the second you was on the ground getting, you know, fucked up. I won this fight already in my mind, but I'm not satisfied, bro, because the way you hit me is, bro, nobody hits me. And what you got to understand about people, bro, or at least people who got issues, is that when you put them in a situation like that, you're not just fighting them, you're fighting all their demons. I'm not beating you up for the shit you did today. I'm beating you up for all the shit that happened to me throughout my life that I couldn't beat a motherfucker up for. For every time I got viciously beat by my father. For every time somebody picked on me in middle school, high school and beat me up. For every time I was ever attacked or jumped or egged or anything that ever happened to me in my life, I'm beating you up for all of these moments that I was too small or too weak to beat somebody up before. And that's a dangerous mix, bro. I'll tell you that shit for sure. Those are the kind of people that because you black out, you begin to remember all the bad shit in your life and you end up in this like fog and you end up in this like black fog and you just like, you wake up from that shit and a couple minutes later and you be like, damn, what just happened here? Like that moment really let me know, like, yo, them blackout stories, how niggas end up in jail because of some shit that just happened. That shit is very, 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 very real for some people, bro. Because you just like lose it. You be like, oh, because I got to teach you a lesson there. I got to teach you a lesson and I got to teach a lesson to everybody who I couldn't teach a lesson to before. I'm sending a signal to the universe right now. This shit don't happen to me. And so you just beating somebody like ballistic. You use all your power, all your force, all your energy. You just like, man, it's crazy. So I'll say that shit to say, and that shit even got worse because, man, that shit turned into a mosh out there. And I don't know if my cousin isn't alive, but yo, this shit is like, shit is deep. And so when I tell you like, yo, people should be very cautious when you go out into the world and do some dangerous things with other people, bro, because you're not fighting them. You fighting all their fucking demons. You fighting everything that's inside of them. You fighting the boss that's shitting on them. You fighting the wife that's cheating on them. You fighting the parents' best friend that molested them. Like, you fighting a lot of shit when you go up against some people. So like, never take that shit easily, bro. If you one of them stupid ass people that God has saved you, like up until now, this might be your sign. Man, let that road rage shit go and do not ever think you about to wake up and hit somebody without losing your fucking life. But some people want to lose their life. Let's be real. Some people don't even like, some people can't figure this life shit out and they want to be gone. But bruh, it will happen to you. Like, do not do that shit. I know some people that just are savages when it comes to do not do that shit. Do not do that. Do not do that shit. Because some people are merciless out here, bro. They will like butcher you outside. They've been waiting. Some people foam at the mouth for problems. Because it's like, bro, this is the only way I get to get this rage out. This is the only way I get to get this feeling out. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. Long story short, I got this random ass scar from that. That shit split my eye. In the essence of sportsmanship, like not being personal, that was a great punch, bro. That was a great punch because that punch split my eyebrow and gave me a black eye, my first black eye in my whole life. I had a black eye for like 3 weeks. That shit split my eyebrow and I had to go to Mercy Hospital to get that shit stitched up. That shit was open like this. And I called my sister the next day. I was like, yo, is it gonna close? She was like, nah, that shit ain't gonna close. You better go get some stitches. Cause you out here looking like, you gonna look like Chucky if you don't get that shit fixed. And I was like, okay, crazy. Damn, hold up. Ivy says, it's so crazy to hear the story. I know the guy you fight. I heard this story to a different perspective. I remember telling them you're not the guy they perceive you to be. Small, crazy world. What? You actually know this person that I beat up in the parking lot? Whatever story they told you, I guarantee is bullshit. This is the real story. Ask me and all my cousins, whoever's up in here. I can bring my cousin up in here, he can tell this shit. Because I highly doubt that end of it. Man, you know, and I found out by the end of the night, maybe you do know him, though, because this is a really small world. And I found out by the end of the night, man, this nigga wasn't even mad at the fact that we stopped him from stealing the bottles. Because apparently they were stealing bottles from my cousin's wedding, which is crazy. And, like, that's the most bummy shit I ever heard in my life. I never heard no bum shit like that in my whole life. Like, I've just never heard that in my life. Like, I thought my cousin was tweaking, bro. I'm like, bro, no one steals bottles from a wedding. They were actually stealing bottles. They thought it was a lick. This shit was, man, whatever. Come to find out, the problem wasn't even about that. Come to find out, the problem was when I got to the wedding, my cousins asked me to participate. They asked me to walk out grandma. Their grandma's my aunt. I walked her out. They asked me to walk out the sister. I walked out the sister. Then they asked me to walk out a girl that I didn't know. They was like, yo, walk this girl out. I was like, all right, whatever. I'm going to do whatever y'all want because y'all my family. This a wedding, you know. I came out here to show love. So I walk out this random girl I don't know. Come to find out, the nigga that I ended up thumping in the middle of the fucking parking lot was the boyfriend of this girl that I walked out. Apparently, when I came to the wedding, she made some slick comments. I guess she wanted to get with it. Like I don't know what she liked, but I guess she said something about me. And the fact that I walked her out in the wedding must have pissed this nigga off. So I'm like, why did they even ask me to do that? Why y'all, if she got a boyfriend in the party, why didn't you just ask the boyfriend to do that shit? I mean, I don't care. But I don't know this person. But the fact that I end up in a fist fight because of this dumbass shit, this could have been avoided by all of y'all who knew these people. I don't know these people. I don't know the girl. I don't know the guy. I don't know none of these fucking people. You know what I'm saying? I'm on here for my family. These people just know my family. So it's just weird. It's just really weird. Really, really, really weird. So yeah, by the end of the night, they're like, yo, the dude that you fought in the parking lot was the boyfriend of the girl that you walked out. The third person, the random girl you asked us to walk out, that we asked you to walk out, this dude was the boyfriend of her. And so he didn't like you from the whole wedding. I'm like, well, that's his fucking problem then. And so coincidentally, I just happened to be a part of stopping him from his grand heist of the century, stealing champagne bottles from the wedding. Like, man, so it's crazy how the universe works. God really needed his ass to get kicked that night, bro, because that's just what it was. Because it didn't stop. Like, I'm beating this nigga up. I'm beating this nigga up in the parking lot, bro. Like, this shit is savage. I'm beating him up. Somebody hit me. I don't know who hit me. Whoever hit me ended up, I'm like, okay, cool. You know when you fighting somebody and somebody else try to jump in, you're like, okay, cool. I'm going to finish this ass whooping. But when this is done, I'm going to find who the fuck just hit me, and I'm going to beat your ass too because I got stamina. I got energy. So I'm beating this person up. And I'm like, I'm gonna whoop this person. But then another fight happened. Somebody else started fighting. So I'm fighting one fight. Another fight's happening over here. Some girls start fighting over there. They finally ripped me off of this dude. They like, bro, take him to his car. Take him to his car. Take him to his car. I'm like, bro, yeah, okay. Take me to my car with his bloody ass face. And I'm so mad right now. Because I'm like, bro, some random motherfucker just hit me in this party, bro. I won this fight clearly, but you don't feel like you won because the nigga still hit you. So you're like, man, I gotta do something. Man, they took me to my car, bro. Maybe this is gonna be TMI, but they took me to my car, bro. I ended up pulling out. Man, they took me to my car and it just wasn't a good idea. They're like, take him to his car. I'm like, yeah, take me to my fucking car. Take me to my car. And man, it got bad. It got bad after that. I ended up in a police car by the end of the night. And my cousin really saved the day, bro. My cousin had all my shit for me by the end of the night. It was just different. The shit was crazy. That was a ridiculous ass night. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this shit ended up, and it could have ended up way worse, bro. If any of these small decisions would happen, it could have ended up way worse. That's one of them situations where like I could have definitely like unalived somebody, but I didn't. And that's the third time. I've ended up in 3 situations like that. One was that. Another event, I was at a party, like a good party that happens in Miami, in the back of these people's house. And some dude tried to stab me in the back of a party. I don't even know this nigga either. This nigga done lost his mind. Like, I'm helping some dude move his equipment, and some nigga whip out a knife on me randomly. I'm like, damn, I don't like that. And so I ended up physically beating this nigga up too. He was a smaller dude though, so I wouldn't elect to fight somebody who's smaller than me because I'm gonna fucking decimate you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm used to fighting people bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Like me and the twins and Terrence, we put boxing gloves on and we fight. And the twins is 300 pounds, 6'2". Terrence is fucking however tall and however big. So you boxing niggas bigger than you and you're winning, you don't want to fight nobody smaller than you because like, bro, I will kill you. I don't want to do that shit. Or you fight somebody equal size as you, that's like even. But this nigga was smaller than me, whipped out a knife on me. I'm like, bro, this nigga lost his fucking mind. And by the end of the night, he got to go home alive. I got to go home alive. But it wasn't my choice. My choice was, I'm going to beat you up, take this knife, and I'm going to stab your ass. Same way he was going to stab me. You know, because that's weird. And he had a kitchen knife. She came from his house. It wasn't even like a cool knife. It was weird, bro. And there was another time where some trannies tried to beat up my girl and her homegirl. We was outside in Wynwood during Halloween. You know what I'm saying? And some trannies ran up on my girl and homegirl trying to regulate. And I'm like, yo, You guys are guys just like girls, and y'all trying to like start some shit here, right here. And that shit didn't work out. Like, it was about to go down, and then a police officer just happened to be on the street corner. Little lady cop, she just walked right into the altercation, was like, yo, she screamed at the trannies, because I guess the trannies been starting problems. She's like, get the fuck out of here, or y'all going to jail. And she sent these like city trannies away. And the shit was crazy. But bruh, life, man. It's 3 instances where like, that's how I don't really know if I'm meant to unalive somebody, just being real, because I've had multiple. Like, those 3 situations could have all turned out differently. And they didn't. Everybody got to go home them nights. So I be looking like, there's a silver lining in a lot of shit. But, bro, I can't say that's always going to be the case for some people, bro. Motherfuckers, if you feel inclined to put your hands on somebody, just think about that shit. Because you just don't hit somebody, bro. Because some people got issues, yo. Some people got issues. What? Hell no. I'm telling you, Jazz Avery, that's crazy. Correct. I said the same damn thing. Bro, that's crazy. Jazz Avery, I hope he learned not to do that shit no more. So I'm telling you, it wasn't even a cool night. It wasn't even a cool night, bro. Like, I got a homegirl, she got a cool night. Like, she came to my house. I invited her to my crib recently because, now I'm on my single shit. So I haven't actually told everybody I'm single. I gotta like I think I gotta put a post on social media because I keep having to have these one-off conversations with people because a lot of people know I was in a relationship. So I don't want to put a post up so niggas know. Gotta make it like a statement. But I've been hanging out lately, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. And one of my homegirls, I invited her over. I said, look, man, I'll cook for you, come to my crib. This is her first time coming to my crib. So when she came, she's like, oh, yeah. I said, man, thank you for trusting me enough to come to my crib and, let me cook for you and do this and do that. And she's like, oh, yeah, no problem. But, I brought my knife. I was like, you brought your knife? Let me see. So she had this, like, military knife. Like, you hit the button, the blade come out. I'm like, it's kind of a cool knife. So I had a knife like that. It's like a switchblade. Like, you hit the button, the blade come out. That's a cool knife. She got style. She's ready to stab a nigga in style. This other guy, this nigga had a black regular kitchen knife from your kitchen. Like, you desperate. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got style. You ain't even got style. She with a better guy now. Saying nothing is still lying. Somebody said that. Somebody said saying nothing is still lying. All right, man. I got 90 comments up in here. Sorry. Let me see. No more fighting, hey? Jazz Avery. Yeah, I don't be fighting recreationally, but I think I should. Like, I got to start doing some boxing classes or something like that, because I just like it. I feel like it's a very healthy exercise, to be real with you. I think everybody should fight at some point. I think I gained a lot of confidence in myself. I was very, like, sheltered and scared until I started fighting people. When I started fighting people, that's when my life got better. You know what I'm saying? That's when my confidence, I was really able to bloom as a person because I knew that I was able to defend myself. I knew I could defend myself. When you don't know if you could defend yourself, your confidence is kind of low. You know what I'm saying? Even like consciously, subconsciously, super consciously, your confidence is a little bit low when you don't think you could defend yourself for it. You know what I'm saying? When she said no more fighting, yeah, I don't be fighting like that. I do not be fighting like that. One time I had to fight twice in New York, though. This shit was crazy. We in New York, man, I'm just telling these fighting stories. It's just funny. We in New York, bro. It's like 8 of us in a club, and one of my homies ended up in an altercation with somebody. And I was already not feeling good. I did not want to be up in the club anyway because I didn't feel good. And so the nigga was like pressing my homeboy. And the nigga was dumb. This was a dumb guy. Again, like, some people are just fucking stupid. Because he's pressing my homie not knowing, like, how D'd up we are in this place. And I'm like, man, this is ridiculous, bro. And we don't got no time for this shit because we're outsiders. Like, we're from Miami. We don't have time to run the room. I love fighting. I take Krav Maga now. It's exhilarating. My little sister, hey, what up, Dred? Yeah, Krav Maga. Okay. Go ahead, sis. Whoop their ass. Do that. Get that shit in. But yeah, like, this dude was just pressing my homie. He was just arguing with him with some dumb shit, and I was like, man, bro, like, you're not assessing your surroundings at all. Because if he would have assessed his surroundings, he would have known that he was cornered. You know what I'm saying? It was just weird to me. But I started doing calculations. I'm like, look, we can't allow this shit to drag out because we're in New York. We're from Miami. We have a flight that leaves on Saturday. If any one of us ends up getting arrested here, we're not gonna see the judge until Monday. They're gonna throw all our shit out the Airbnb. We're gonna miss our flight. Like, it's going to be a lot of bullshit that happens if we allow this to drag out. So I was like, man, we got to, like, finish this shit quickly. You know what I'm saying? And so homie was barking on my homie. He was standing on some stairs. Then we were all walking up some stairs about to leave. And I'm like, man, I hope this dude don't escalate this problem because we just don't have time for this. Like, as a voice of reason, we don't have time for this shit. And plus, we're out of our element. We're in New York. You know what I'm saying? We don't got time for this shit. And so homie was like barking. He ended up like walking up a step more. And I'm like, damn, I told myself, if he walk up another step, I'm going to just hit his ass so we can neutralize this party and we can just leave. Nigga walked up a step. I hit his ass twice with my right hand. Bam, bam. The first one kind of hit him and the second one definitely hit him. He went down the stairs, and I went up the stairs. And it's so funny, like the best time of your life is when you see security rushing in to stop a problem that just walked by them. It's like I'm walking out, security zoom by with their flashlight, zoom, like zoom. I was up outside, I was a block away by the time they even realized what happened. You know what I'm saying? And none of my other homies was like even, you know what I'm saying? So we all got to regroup. I think we had to go send somebody back to get one other person because they was a little too slow. And then that just ended up being that. And then the niggas is outside, niggas is screaming and laughing like, oh my God, you punched this guy, and they're laughing. You know, our boys be like, we just laughing and shit. But I didn't feel good about that shit because I'm like, bro, I just want to go home. I don't feel good right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be out here. I didn't want to be out clubbing in the first damn place. So I just want to go home. But for some reason, something that happened in that party pissed off one of the homies that we was with, one of the homies' brothers that we was with. And we was like, this nigga started treating me weird after that. He started like sneak dissing me after that shit. And I was like, man, it was weird for the next like day and a half. He was like saying slick little remarks to me. Like, you could tell when it's like somebody, you're cool. We normally cool, bro. But now you're saying slick shit that you normally wouldn't say to me. But you're starting to bother me. Bro, like by the end of the next day, he was all fired up and angry and some shit. And I had to put hands on him in the Airbnb that we was in. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was weird. Because he's older than me. He's an older dude. He's the older brother of my older homie. So the fact that I had to put hands on him was mind-blowing to me. But it was just weird. It was weird as fuck. And I was like, man, that's weird. I don't like this kind of shit. And I had to sleep with my door locked because I'm like, I beat this nigga up. He might try to come back and stab me in my sleep. I got to sleep all weird tonight because we all in the Airbnb together. It's just weird. Weird ass shit. But people, man, people are weird. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. I missed a lot of comments. I'm going to start from, how old are you, Tahita? I'm 30. I'm be 31. My little niece caught me on live the other day. She was very surprised. Can't believe my auntie live. Hey. What's not to love here? Right. So she asked you a serious question and you made it out to be a joke. Lacey. So you talking about the slap conversation, bruh? It's not that I made it out to be a joke. It's that whatever she said sounded funny to me. It was like comical. It was like, you're tripping over nothing. She's like, oh, you laughing like I won't slap you. And I was like, bruh, don't try to implement us putting our hands on each other in this relationship. Because if you slap me in here, I don't know how I'm going to respond to you. I genuinely don't know how I'm going to respond to you. I don't think I'm going to hit you. I can't see myself hitting a girl. But I don't see me responding in a normal way. I might grab you. You know what I'm saying? I might just take you out the car and put you on the outside of the car and then leave. Because we was outside of your house anyway. But I don't see me taking a slap from a woman in a good way, like especially from my girl. Like, you're gonna slap me because I'm responding in a way that you don't like. And she said that shit like 7-8 years into the relationship. I never heard you say no shit about slapping me before, hitting me, or trying to get weird like that. We don't do that shit over here. Don't fucking hit me, and I'm not gonna hit you. I'm from a house full of girls. Chase Smile, thank you so much. I'm from a house full of girls, but we don't hit girls over here, bro. Like, you know, you don't do that shit. You don't beat no girl. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. My mother taught me never beat a girl. She taught me in Puerto Rico, bro, if you put your hands on a girl, they'll, like, collectively, as a community, they'll fuck you up. So, like, you don't do that. You know? And, like, you just don't do that. They'll cut your hands off in certain cultures if you beat women. So you don't do that shit. You just don't do that. But at the same time, I understand the world that we live in. Sometimes women don't have no problem hitting you. And they're okay with it. They bark on you sometimes. Be like, and you ain't gonna do shit, and you this and you that. Like, some women will take you there. And I just would suggest to everybody, like, just don't put your hands on nobody, bro. To women out there, if you feel inclined to put your hands on a man, do that shit with caution. Understand, like, you might ball your fist up, hit this man, and you might get that energy reciprocated, because every man is not the same. Some dudes don't live by the. I know some niggas that would adamantly say, I will openly beat a girl's ass if she hit me. Like, they say that. And they have the right to say that. Like, I don't think nobody's walking outside wanting to get fucking hit today. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all women hit very fucking hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I would just say, look, keep your hands to yourself. And don't threaten people either. That should get you messed up too. Then the way you said it, that was a real talk. Don't think you could hit me and darkness isn't going to follow. Like, nah, bro. Yeah, don't think you about to hit me, bro. Darkness is about to follow. You know what I'm saying? People think that they could do things to you until they realize, like, you've been nice to them this whole time. Like, I've been nice. I've allowed you to see the kind side of me. Please don't do this shit, man, because you're going to ruin my day. I'm going to end up feeling really bad after this shit. Don't do this. Don't do this shit. And you can tell people, sometimes people would never, like, take that into consideration. And it's understandable. You know, some people are just fucking dumb. You just got to leave them to their own devices. You got to be able to walk away too. There's some situations I've walked away from. I've been like, man, this is ridiculous. If I could walk away from something, I will walk away. But if I cannot walk away from it, bro, I'm in a corner. Anybody who's cornered, I highly recommend you got to know how to defend yourself. Life is crazy for sure. And threatening to slap someone isn't right, regardless of what question was asked. Right. Just don't say that. Right. To Shia, hey, nice hat. Thank you, Kimberly. I can't take this combo. I'm a survivor. Have a blessed day. Hey, understand, Shantae. Totally understand. 11:11. What up, Keely? Yes, baby. I like your hat. Do you have diabetes? Nah, I don't have diabetes. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Straight up. You can't fight. Okay. The rage sets in. You black out. You black out. How many coyotes do you think you could take in a fight? Coyotes? I ain't never seen a coyote, but they always look skinny in the cartoons. It's called Rage. Who is this M3LP? People on the internet be want to get beat up. Rage can be very dangerous. Enough is enough. I'm telling you. How you steal from a wedding? Bro, how do you steal from a wedding? This is crazy. Love, don't worry about what people think. Right, set up. Exactly. Find your man. Plus, they was jealous. Thank you, Dana. Appreciate that. Damn, this happened at a wedding. This is crazy. I'm telling you, shit did happen at a wedding. It's crazy. When was this? Dang, this was 2021. Right. What did Khal Drago say when he married Khaleesi? If at least 3 people don't die, it's not an event. That's hilarious. I don't know what that shit is. Hell no. That's not an old steak knife. Brad had an old steak knife. Self-defense is always good. It is good. Can you vote for me in the chef competition? This what? The hell is that? Do you have a moderator? Nah, I don't have no moderator. Gotta go, King. Have a good live. Yeah, I'm gonna see y'all later. Okay, let me see. Sean. Angelia, what up, Angelia? Welcome to the live. Can we please not talk about domestic violence again? Shantae. Yeah, we cannot talk about it again. Again, I had no intention of talking about that shit. I just remember that being a thing at one point. And I was like, why would you offer to slap me? I don't get it. I've never offered to slap you. I've never said I was going to like put my hands on you. Why would you offer that? And it was weird because it's like, imagine knowing somebody, imagine knowing like somebody's temperament. And then imagine one day they just saying, you laughing like I'm not going to slap you. You're going to slap me today? When did that become a thing? Like, I don't understand. When did you become that way? When did that become a thing for you? When did you, like, I don't get it. That's why it was weird to me. It was like, when did you, since when? Since when was we on this shit? We hit each other now? Don't open this fucking door. Like, since when did we start hitting each other? I don't understand. That's a thing for us? I didn't get it. Like, I really didn't get it. And that was a weird thing. And she said that shit at one time, and then she never, it's like an attempt. You know what I'm saying? It's like when somebody attempts, it's like she attempted to say that shit as if that was going to become a norm. That shit ain't going to be normal. I told her, like, I just looked at her seriously and I said, don't slap me. Do not slap me. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't do anything to you to warrant a slap. You said something to me. I started laughing. So that means you're going to physically get violent with me? Are you fucking crazy? Like, don't do that. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I can tell the girls in my family, they'll come over here and they'll beat the shit out of you. They'll give you all of the physical altercations you want. Don't do that. Because I wouldn't have done that to you. I'm not doing that to you. You feel me? Like, that's weird. So don't threaten me. I won't threaten you. But it was like, we was like 6, 7, 8 years in. So I didn't understand where she get that from. Like, where you getting this shit from? Where, at what point did you become this way? I don't get it. Like, I'm puzzled at this shit. So it was just weird. I remember that shit. And it was like, where the fuck did that come from? So yeah, I didn't, apologies if that was triggering, but I didn't even mean for it to go that way. I just remember that shit being like, and then after that, she never said nothing like that. So I'm like, what? I wonder what was going on with you in that season to where you thought that shit was going to fly over here. Like, I don't know who you was hanging out with. That shit ain't going to fly over here. Don't even talk like that around me. Are you fucking crazy? Don't do that. Because if we start getting stupid in here, like, nah. And then also, I'm a black male in society. I can't afford to get stupid with you. Look at what happened to Chris Brown. Like, this nigga still ain't good off of that shit. That shit happened like 20 years ago. Nah, realistically, I think it happened like 07. Bruh, like in 3 years, it's going to be 20 years. That's a 20-year-old problem. Nigga still ain't never down. So like, nah, I'm not going to let you put me into no electric chair just because you feel like slapping me and now I got to rebuttal that shit with another. Nah, I don't want to do that. But it was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an attempt. Like, you tried it. You tried that shit. Don't try to implement that shit over here. Keep that shit for them goofy ass people you might be able to say that shit to. Don't say that shit to me. Don't even insinuate that you're gonna start the process of slapping me or putting your hands on me in this party, because that shit's not gonna work out for you. Don't do that shit. I'm not doing that to you. I don't deserve that. I wouldn't do that to you. I don't need to let you know that I'm tough by telling you don't disrespect me or I'll slap you. I'm not fucking Ike Turner. But why are you doing that to me? You think I like that shit? You think it's okay for a girl to do it just because you're a girl? No. I'm not excited to get slapped today by any fucking woman. No. Come on, bro. So that was the weird part. Some women really like that life. I saw so much growing up. Very sad. The problem is motherfuckers pick and choose who they want to respect instead of having common decency. Right. Nah, man. That shit just weird. Let me see. Real talk, Grizz. Do you like fried chicken and watermelons? I don't eat fried chicken, and I haven't had watermelon in a time. That was a dumbass racist comment, but nah, I don't really go for that. Are you Mexican? I'm not Mexican. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm new on here. Ari, what up, Ari? Ari Siren, welcome to the live. Brand, hey from San Diego, handsome. What up, Brand? Welcome to the live. What's the topic? Right now, we're just talking about toxicity in relationships, any which way that it shows up. Like, you know, I guess it may not even be a good topic, because now I think about it, it could be triggering to people. But if you want to talk about toxicity that you've either experienced or what it looked like, I just think it's crazy. Yeah, that's wild for it to unfold like that. I'm telling you, bro. Really crazy. You mad, right? Shantae, I know I was almost beaten to death by the same motherfucker that took me to the hospital and took care of me. That's crazy, Shantae. I'm sorry that you had to experience that. That's not crazy like for experiencing it, but that's like a tendency, or that's a characteristic of a like genuinely crazy individual, to hurt something and then heal it back. I'm sorry about that. That's tough. So, yeah. They told me I got to stop apologizing, but I don't know when I'm supposed to stop apologizing. But yeah, that's tough, man. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody at any point in time. Like, I would never wish for a person to be physically assaulted in any kind of way, bro. I know what it's like to get beat up and be helpless getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't go for that shit now. Like, once I got my voice and once I got my hands, like, where I needed them to be, I don't shut up for nobody, bro. And I don't not kick ass when I need to. It gave me a lot of power. It gave me a lot of authority. It's like Jennifer Lopez in the movie Enough. She was getting her ass kicked in that movie, like viciously. That was a well done movie, and Enough was the right title for that. I remember watching that movie as a kid, like, bro, how can this dude viciously beat this woman like this? Like, and that's J-Lo, so she fine like wine. So I didn't understand it, but at the end of the movie, when she started training up and she like beat the shit out of him, she beat him to death. And yeah, that's tough, but it's crazy, bro. Life is crazy. Shantae, sorry you had to experience that. We need to talk about it all. Clems, you feel like we need to talk about it all? Yeah, man. I just think it's a lot, bro. That's a lot to unpack. But I will say that never put your hands on nobody, bro, because you never know what other people are going through, bro. You know what I'm saying? So keep your hands to yourself on all levels. Thank you for the follow, man. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. And y'all help me reach my live goal. My live goal is 5 of these. I don't even know what these are, but if you tap it, it'll give you the information. My goal is 5 of those. So if you're enjoying the storytelling and you're enjoying the vibes up in here, hook the kid up, cuz we love these gifts. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for sure. Taina, what's up? Oh, we got 2 watchers on YouTube. What up? Let me see. Oh my goodness. We rocking the same colors. I wanted to laugh again, but I didn't. She was gonna lose it. Stealing bottles is crazy. It's crazy. God wanted you to whoop this nigga ass. I'm sorry, Boo Queen. I'm seeing all your comments on YouTube right now. You spitting big facts. You ain't fighting that person. You fighting all the demons. I'm telling you. Ass will be symbolic. Yo, Cole, please, my bad. Put a post so niggas know you single. It's crazy. Nah, what you mean? Ayo, nah. I personally gotta make a post. You know what I'm saying? So I can let people know I'm single, cause I keep having one-off conversations. I walk to people like, when people associate you with a relationship a lot, sometimes you gotta make a post, cause otherwise people just might be thinking that you outside. So I wouldn't want nobody going back to my ex-girl and bugging her, trying to say, hey, your man is cheating on you. I'm not cheating on her. I'm just moving on with my life. But I wouldn't want that, because I wouldn't want nobody calling me, letting me know where the fuck she at right now, what she doing with somebody. I'm really not that interested. That shit end up weighing on your mind. Hey, yo, I see your girl out here doing this and that. I'm like, nah, that's not my girl no more. Thank you for telling me, though. Where she at? What she doing? Who she with? Okay, bet. Oh, yeah, for sure. But don't worry about it. Thank you. Click. If you see her again, let me know. Click. I don't want to do that shit at all. I want to, like, healthy. Like, you want to be healthy. You want to move on with your life. You know? You got me rolling. Kitchen. You desperate. He had a kitchen knife. Ain't like that. I'm telling you. Hitting him was going to neutralize it. Security like, zoom. I'm like, zoom. I never offered to slap you. Hey, Boo Queen, yeah. Don't be offering to slap me, man. Like, that was weird. That was just a weird ass thing to say to me, bro. I think she thought that shit was gonna fly, as if this was regular shit. Like, homegirl, you're not from around the way like that to where you can even come to the table with this kind of dumb shit. And even if you were, if we would have started off with this kind of, if you would have said this shit in the beginning of our relationship, I wouldn't have been wasting no time with you. You trying to get slapped, and there was a girl like that. I had a girl like that at one point. This girl was like fine. Like, when I say fine, I mean like fine. And she was so fine that I was like ignoring some of these signs. But one thing became obvious, like she liked rough play, and I was like, yo, we wasn't even having sex. It was just like she liked when I roughed her up. She liked like just rough shit. And I remember like I slammed her on the ground. She was arguing with me and talking shit to me until I would do things to her. She wanted me to like maybe I have to stop talking about this shit because maybe it could be triggering, but I gotta keep it real. Like, man, she wanted me to slam her. I slammed her on her lawn. Not slam like I would slam a guy, but like a takedown, I guess. Takedown and kind of being choked a little bit and kind of being like put in her place. And she was arguing with me, talking shit to me until I did that to her. And I was like 17 by the time too. I was different person. That's just like 13 years ago at least. Something like that. And she like this vicious shit. And then when I would leave, I would call her on the phone and we would have like this, her vibe would change. She would be so nice after that. Like after I would like get rough for her, she would be so nice. And she would be so caring and considerate. And so, oh, babe, I really just want to like, so like, she turned into like a kitten. It's like, so I got to fuck you up so you turn into a kitten? I gotta like rough you up so that you like this shit. And I told my sister what happened, and my sister was like, leave that girl alone now. Don't fuck with her now. Like, I'm like, yeah, but that shit kind of exciting. She's like, no, trust me, leave that girl alone ASAP. And so I ended up listening to my sister. I stopped fucking with her. And then now looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, bro, that girl was toxic. That was some toxic. Sometimes, man, it'd be the prettiest girls or the prettiest people have like the most vicious demons in them. The weirdest insecurities, the weirdest like idiosyncrasies, the weirdest shit. They be into that shit. And they're just strange, you know what I'm saying? It's just strange as fuck. And I don't get it, you know what I'm saying? I really don't get it. But I remember that. She needed me to rough her up in order for her to like become docile and become like passive and become submissive. And I was like, man, you on some freak shit for real. This shit is different. Like, I don't get it. But I was kind of into it. I was like, oh, you like this shit? Oh, you like this shit? You want me to rough you up so that you can get right? You want a nigga to control you, huh? Kinky, but not sustainable. You know what I'm saying? You can't build nobody like this. This chick is fucking out of her mind. Like, you need me to like rough you up? Nah, this shit is gonna turn ridiculous quickly. And so my sister was right. She was like, yo, stay away from that girl. And I was like, yeah, but she's so fine. She looks so good. That's why you can't go off the way people look, bro. You got to go off of what they soul say. For real. She looked good. Can you stop messaging me on Grindr? It was a one-time thing. What the fuck is that? Giving me Young Diddy vibes. This is crazy. I was in an abusive relationship before. I love to talk about it because it helps others through it. Facts. Mariana, that's different. That is different, Mariana. Some people just be on that. Like, I don't know what they're about, but this shit is different. The uglier they are inside, the prettier they are outside, usually. Wow, that's interesting. So you think like the most beautiful people got the ugliest things happening inside? That's deep. Oh, whoa. I hope I am ugly then. Yo, bro, I don't know, bro. It's just crazy. I wish the best for people, man. Like, even if you toxic and crazy, I hope you find out. Jay, peace, Jay. Appreciate you, bro. Heading out. Catch you on the next live. Catch you on the next live, bro. Peace. Be safe, Jay, man. Jay is one of my childhood friends, man. That's like a lifelong homie of mine. Y'all make sure to follow Jay. Jay is good people, man. Jay gonna keep you up. Jay gonna keep you in your prayers and stuff like that. I love Jay. Yeah, man. Nah, bro. Even toxic people, bro, I wish the best for everybody, including toxic people. Jay Smiles, thank you for the finger hearts. I wish the best for people, even if you toxic, bro. Even if you toxic, I wish the best for you. I just wish, you the toxic best. You feel me? Like, if you're a toxic person, I wish you the best. I wish the toxic best for you. I wish that you go and get you some toxic love and y'all are vicious to each other. Because I know y'all don't like that shit. Go and get it. But if you a good person, I wish you good love. You feel me? I wish you good love and I wish you goodness. All right, I'm going to head out. You too close to tell my business. It's triggering me in the pants. Oh, snap. Triggering you in the pants. You talking crazy on YouTube right now. The original Black Unicorn. That's wild. Yellow. What up, Yellow? Welcome to the live. Yeah, man. Nah. I wish the best for everybody, you know? So, I guess the word of the day today would be... I'll be honest, I don't even know what the word of the day today would be. Like, I don't know what's the word of the day today. It's crazy. Maybe discernment. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who to play with. Discernment. Wow! Know who to play with and know who not to play with. Some people are with that shit and some people just are not. And you got to know who is who. You feel me? Look at Diddy. Diddy going through all that crazy shit right now because he played with the wrong one. Chris Brown, he going through all that shit because he played with the wrong one. You know what I'm saying? Some people like that weird stuff. Some people don't. Francis, thank you so much. Oh, wait. That's not it. Chase Smiles, thank you for the bear. Thank you for the following for you. Appreciate you, Chase Smile, with the shits. Dr. MHB, what up? Yeah, some people with it, some people not. You know what I'm saying? You gotta test your patience with the people who are patient. You feel me? But don't test your patience with somebody who's over that shit by the time you get to them. Because some people are healed. I'm understanding that now, man. Like, I got this girl that I'm rocking with. Yo, what up? Sean Christian? What's up, dog? I got this girl that I've been chilling with lately. She's cool. She's a vibe. But I'll say this. Some people are healed, man. Like, not perfect. Not perfect. Still got issues and problems. But some people are healed to the point where it's like, yo, I know these things about me. Jessica, what up, Jessica? I know these things. Some people are healed, bro. Some people understand, like, I know I have these things that are wrong with me. And I'm okay with that. I understand what's happening. I'm growing, I'm changing, I'm developing, but I'm aware of my shortcomings. I'm aware of the fact that I'm not perfect, and I'm understanding across the board. That, I get it. Like, I totally get it, and I totally understand that shit. And I appreciate that. Some people are healed out here. Some people are not so chaotic and in their mind about this shit and don't really know how to get nothing done. Some people are healed, bro. Some people understand who they are and what they're about, and some people are not. Some people still got a lot of growing that they got to do, and you got to give people that patience. You don't got to be next to them, though. Like, I don't got to be next to you while you're on your awakening journey. I can get the fuck on. But I will say, if you're somebody who's healed, you can find somebody who's equally healed. You can find somebody out here that's dope. And that's what I'm understanding now. Like, I could have stayed on the hamster wheel with my ex-girl and, like, stayed there and attempted to work out all of her inner traumas that was making her incapable of living in the sunlight with me. Or I could have just listened to my gut and been like, you know what? We need to go our separate ways, because if 12 years of me being this kind of person to you is not making you a better person at some point in time, I got to realize possibly my catalyst or my participation in your life is hindering you. Maybe I'm what's keeping you the same. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm what's like keeping you stuck here. So we got to try something completely different. Maybe all those changes that I would love to see happen in your life are not happening because I'm here and I'm enabling you to continue acting like that. So I need to remove myself from the equation. If I truly love you and I truly want you to grow, I haven't seen you grow, but this catalyst right next to you, so I separate from you. I think some people who aren't doing the work inside of themselves think that they can align themselves with people that have done the work and they'll be good. As long as I get with somebody who's already healed, I'll be good. Because then it won't be, you know, my demons versus your demons. It'll be just, you know, I'll get to your point. Maybe some of your healing will rub off on me. Healing doesn't rub off on a person. Inspiration does, but you got to heal yourself. It's not going to, you can't stand next to somebody who's healed and be like, my shit automatically better because you're around. No, it don't work like that. You got to heal. You still got to deal with your shit no matter what. So I recommend that to any and everybody out there, bro. Like, go heal your shit. Get your shit together. You feel me? And then you'll qualify for people who have equally got their shit together. You know what I'm saying? Hail Star Moon. So are you healed? I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I'm healed or not, but I'm aware. I'm aware of who I am. I'm aware of where I've been, and I'm aware of where I'm going. So I just, my level of awareness gives me the confidence that I can endure and persevere and I can make it through. And all those things that happened to me in the past, those become nutrients to me instead of barriers, blockages, doubts, fears, insecurities. Like, I've done a lot of shadow work on myself, I'll be honest. That's why it's so easy for me to say sorry about something, because I understand I'm not always right. To the people who can't say sorry, it's because you still trying to be right. You know what I'm saying? You care more about being right than you care about, like making it make sense. So, nah. But there are people out here that are healed and that are like on their shit. And I recommend that you get with them people, bro. I recommend that you like link up with those people, fuck with those people. Cause you'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised at how people can blow your mind. You feel me? I've been engaging with newer people now in recent times, and I'm like, man, some of these people are fucking extraordinary, bro. Some of these people are amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I would never have been with them. I would have never had this experience if I would have still been stuck trying to heal the people that are broken. Like, I'm doing everything I can to piece y'all together, but I'm losing my own time, and I'm losing my own mind, and my seams are coming apart. You want to build with somebody who's also building you up at the same time. I want to add a block to you, and you add a block to me. That would be nice. We could do that shit, and we could build ourselves up infinitely. But if I'm just adding blocks to you without any like, reciprocation, I'm just losing in this. You know what I'm saying? So, real talk. King Hoodie Raps, did you meet Diddy? I never met Diddy. Nah, I don't even think I was ever in the same place as Diddy. I never met Diddy. But I know a lot of people that went to them Diddy parties, bro, because he lived here in Miami. He lived on Star Island. Like, it's so funny. Niggas know that we could pull up to Star Island and get onto Star Island by mentioning his son's name. But we here to see Justin. And that's like, you talk to the guards at Star Island, they'll let you in if you just say you're here to see Justin. But it's funny. Probably just gave you out the game, but I don't know if it's still gonna work. That worked for us. What are you healing from, if you're comfortable saying? Me personally, I'm healing from my own insecurities, my own doubts, my fears, my worries. I feel like when I was younger, I saw a lot of scarcity. I saw a lot of inconsistency. I saw a lot of like traumas from my parents manifest themselves in like violent actions or like desperate actions. And so those things trickle down to your children. And so my job right now is to like reprogram all that limited belief, that limited mindset that I was given as a child. I don't want to think limited anymore. I want to think unlimited. You know what I'm saying? I want to go for things that are big and that are amazing. And I know that I got to release a lot of things. I got to release procrastination. I got to release inconsistency. I got to release doubt, fear, worry. I got to release, insecurities that I got inside of myself due to being called ugly when I was younger, or poor when I was younger, or not worth it when I was younger. I'm the only boy in a house full of girls. I don't fit in my house. I don't fit in when I go to school. I don't fit in anywhere. And so those things, you get older and you start telling yourself, you know what, yeah, I might be afraid, but everybody's afraid. So let me not trip. Yeah, I might not be the best looking person in the world, but nobody really is the best looking person in the world. It's just pick your poison and your preference. Yeah, I might not be the toughest or the smartest, but nobody's really the toughest or the smartest. Everybody's just figuring this shit out. So being able to like go into your own mind and say, you know what, yeah, I may have had this experience coming up, but I'm not going to be defined by that experience. I'm going to define the experience, not allow it to define me. And those are the kind of things that I think about. And unlocking the human potential, seeing how amazing humans can actually be, Let me see. Right, facts. You ever be with someone and things are going great, but their family toxic, and you haven't noticed her toxicity yet? Oh, and you haven't noticed her toxicity yet? Thank you, Chasing Smiles. Have I been with somebody and they family toxic, but you ain't noticed her? To be real with you, that I can slightly say that might have been my last relationship. I can slightly say that. I can see certain like characteristics in her family that trickle down to her, and I can see that that's why she is the way that she is. Her dad is hypercritical of her, so she's hypercritical of me. I saw that. Her dad pisses her off, and so she finds a way to argue with me. And yeah, I can see that. Her dad, his love language is acts of service, and so she feels like when times are going a certain kind of way, she just has to do something for somebody, and it'll prove that the love is there. Then it's like, nah, bro, like that those are different. So yes, to answer that question, Grizz, I can say that, yeah. You should try to get on a Netflix show. If you got to connect to a Netflix show, get on that bad boy. I should start acting more. You know what I'm saying? I think I ought to. That's why I'm probably gonna go to LA for the next couple weeks. Spend some time out there. I got a show that's happening, or was scheduled to happen on the 31st. But if we got to reroute it, which is looking like what we might have to do because the venue's having schedule conflicts, then I'm gonna just fly to LA and be out there for a couple weeks. I love LA too, bro. LA is where it's at. Cheers. Yeah, but we've been on here for a little while. Appreciate you guys. I gotta start battling more, man. I gotta start like, I gotta get out of my comfort zone. You know, I think I just jump on here and I like talking about what I like to talk about, but I definitely think I gotta start battling more, do a couple more battles, and do what it is that we do. You feel me? Start winning some fights out here, getting these TikTok streets. You know, I'm proud of you for being brave enough to reprogram your mind. Hey, thank you so much, Original Black Unicorn. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, like, do that shit. Like, what are you wasting your time doing? Don't waste your time on Instagram more than you waste your time getting in a good book. Books are good, man. When you read books, bro, at least for me, books have become, in a lot of ways, I feel like a convict. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll lock myself in the crib, I'll do push-ups, and I'll read books. Don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But I will. And what I found is that books really open up your mind. They open up your mind. They open up your vocabulary. They open up your senses. They increase your imagination. They just do everything for you. Them shits are really good for you. And a lot of times when you read in a book, it'd be a conversation happening in the book, and you begin to, as you read the pages, you're simultaneously having a conversation with yourself. You can unpack a lot of shit by reading books. You know what I'm saying? If you read the right shit. I would suggest reading The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield shows you the invisible enemy inside of yourself. If you hit the link in my bio, I have an Amazon like book list. So you can buy all these books. Like I already got them arranged for you, so you don't gotta go and find them. You just hit the link, and when you hit my link, I get money off it too. So bam, love that. Oh hey, you should start a book club. The last books you gave us was a good read. Hey, thank you, CX. I'm telling you, man, like books, everything I talk about right now, I would have never been able to speak like this, think like this, feel like this if I didn't access the knowledge inside some of these books, bro. Some of these books, bro, them shits will change you as a person, yo. Straight up. So, Richest Man in Babylon, changed me. Science of Getting Rich, changed me. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm using that shit right now in your presence. Definitely changed me. The War of Art is my #1 favorite book. I will always, not The Art of War. I'm not talking about The Art of War by Sun Tzu. That's not what I'm talking about. That's a book on warfare strategy by an ancient Chinese strategist in general. No. I'm talking about The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. He's the guy who wrote The Legend of Bagger Vance, that shit that ended up getting adapted into a motion picture with Matt Damon and Will Smith, golf movie. Read that damn book, bro. The War of Art, that's my #1 favorite book. It shows you the invisible enemy. It shows you why things ain't work out in your life. It shows you how, like, when you come up against resistance, you gotta face that resistance and take it to the next level. If you go down the path of least resistance, bro, you're gonna end up on the wrong side. So go up against the wave, go up against the wave, go up against the wave, trust me. Think and Grow Rich is a good one. And yeah, man, Rich Dad Poor Dad is really good. Read these books, bro. They'll change your life. You feel me? So yeah, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna see you guys later. Have an amazing day. And I'm gonna see y'all. Peace. Yella, appreciate you, Yella. I gotta follow you back. Bam. Hope to see you on the next live. Can you please repeat the first 3 books? I would say The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. This is my top 5 forever. War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clayson. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I would say Who Moved My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. It's a really short book. That's a book on change. I recommend it. I would say reading The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And I would also say read Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. It's a really good book. That's a really, really, really good book. As a Man Thinketh by James Allen is another really good book. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. The Science of Getting Rich is this passage that I got written on my wall right here. I wrote this from The Science of Getting Rich. You feel me? And it says, once I saw a little boy sitting at a piano and vainly trying to bring harmony out of the keys. I saw that he was grieved and provoked by his inability to play real music. I asked him the cause of his vexation, and he answered, I can feel the music in me, but I can't make my hands go right. The music in him was the urge of original substance, containing all the possibilities of all life. All that there is of music was seeking expression through the child. I love that quote because it's like, bro, homie wanted to make music. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love and happiness. I always remember you reading books in class. Absolutely. Peace, Yvette. See you later. What up, cuz? What up, SP? Welcome to the live. Yeah. That's one of my favorite quotes, man, because this dude is watching a kid try to play a piano, and the kid is pissed off because he can't play a song. And God's like, why you so mad, kid? He's like, man, I'm mad because I can feel the music in me, but I can't make my hands go right. The music in him was the urge of original substance, the urge of God, containing all the possibilities of all of life. All that there is of music was seeking expression through the child. That means music as a whole was looking for this kid because this kid could bring music to life. He just don't know how to do it. And the saddest thing in life is when we give up on something that we have a dream about or a goal about because we don't know how to do it. And a lot of people give up on shit because they just don't feel qualified. I really want to do this, but I'm not qualified. I really want to do this, but I'm not qualified. I really want to do this, but I'm not qualified. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. No one knows how to do shit. Nobody in the Bible knew how they was going to do what the fuck they was going to do. No one knows how to do anything. So don't allow your own limitations or your own perceived limitations to hinder you, bruh. Do what it is that you do well. Do not allow these motherfuckers to play with you. A man by the name of Mark Batterson says this in his book, Chase the Lion. He says, and I like using this quote a lot, he says, God doesn't call the qualified. God qualifies the called. And I was like, it's a bar. God is not calling a lawyer and a doctor and a surgeon to do all this shit. God is calling random shepherd boys in the middle of Andalusia to come and handle some shit. God is calling random nurses and random church people and random bus boys and random students to come and do awesome shit. That's what God is calling people to do. You know what I'm saying? He's calling those people to be great people. Look at Jay-Z. God called a dope boy to become a billionaire one day. You know what I'm saying? One of the most famous people on the planet. You feel me? Steve Jobs. God called an orphan, you know what I'm saying, from, where's he from? Ventura? Where's he from? Can't remember where he's from. God called an orphan who was adopted by these two adoptive parents who dropped out of college to become one of the most influential humans ever. You feel me? Walt Disney. God called this dude from the middle of nowhere. He just got jerked out of a deal that was really important to him. They stole the licensing rights to his he had like a rabbit. I think his name was Orville or some shit like that. And he made this design for these other company and they pretty much kicked him out of the design. And while he had a meeting where they kicked him out, he was on a train going back to California. And on that train, he drew Mickey Mouse for the first time. Walt Disney. You feel me? Like, God is going to call the most unlikely people to go to the most unlikely places. And you just got to pick up on the call, bro. If you keep ignoring this shit, God is going to leave you where you at. But if you pick up on that shit, you say, bro, I have no idea how I'm going to do this shit, but I'm going to do it. You'll begin to see how your qualification comes to you. You get qualified on the way there. And I think that's like a really, 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 really beautiful part of life. You feel me? You get qualified on the way there. God don't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He gonna call you from the middle of nowhere to come and do this awesome shit. So don't psych yourself out because you're like, I feel this calling over my life, but because I don't know how I'm gonna do it with these two hands in this limited brain and these limited money and this limited resources, it must be a dream. It's like, nah, don't get caught up in that dream shit. Like, understand if you got a dream in your heart, it's just a vision of your future in potential. God put that in your heart to see if you was gonna chase it. What the fuck is this? God put that in your heart to see if you was gonna chase it. You feel me? And either you're gonna honor God by chasing that vision that he put in your heart, or you're gonna dishonor God and dishonor yourself by saying, God, creator of the universe, I don't believe you. Me, infinite, intelligently created being with no strings attached, I don't believe you. I believe circumstances around me. I believe the circumstances around me. I believe my situation. I believe the teacher who told me I couldn't do it. I believe the counselor that told me I couldn't do it. I believe my daddy when he said I was dumb. I believe my mama when she said I was slow. I believe my coach when he said I couldn't make none of myself. I believe all these dumbass people who don't know any more than I fucking knew. All these stupid ass people. Steve Jobs said, why would I listen to rules or follow laws that were put forth by people that are no smarter than me? Come on, bro. Like, you sitting there and you limiting yourself by other people's measurements. Oh, you know, I can't do this. Who told you that shit? Like, you should ask yourself that next time. Next time you tell yourself what you can't do or what you don't do, you should ask yourself, where the fuck that came from? Who told you that? What do you mean? No, I just can't do it. I can't go to the NBA. I'm only, 5'11". These dudes be 6'11". Who told you that shit? I think the smallest player in the NBA was 5'8", maybe even 5'4". Muggsy, like the smallest NBA player, is smaller than you. Who told you that shit? Who told you couldn't get to the NBA? Who told you couldn't get to the NFL? Who told you that your dream was like dead in the vine? Like, who told you that? The enemy told you that shit. You were unfortified, so you believed it. You're just like Eve in the garden. There's a reason why the serpent, you don't hear about the serpent going to Adam. Either the serpent knew Adam wasn't gonna go for that shit, or the serpent did go to Adam, and Adam said, fuck out of here. But there's a reason why you never heard that version. There's a reason why you only heard him going to Eve. Because he knew Adam ain't going to listen to me. But if I could talk to his girl and get her to do it, she going to get him to do it. So I got to go to that next best person. I got to go to the person that's next to you, convince them of your limitations, and get them to impose that on you. That's how I'm going to get your ass. That's how the devil snares you up. Because you're not listening to me. If you're not fortified, I can whisper in your ear and you're going to listen. You're going to fall when I tell you to fall. You're going to crumble when I tell you to crumble. If you are fortified, if your mind got some kind of security system in it to where you're like, that's bullshit, I ain't going for that weak ass thought, then the devil's like, okay, you got some brain power on you, cool, but you're not going to be able to see this one coming. I'm going to go talk to your mama. I'm going to go talk to your girl. I'm going to go talk to your boyfriend. I'm going to go talk to your daddy. I'm going to go talk to your friend. I'm going to go talk to this person, this person about you. I'm going to whisper that shit over them. So they're going to call you. And it's going to seem like they're concerned about you. And they're going to tell you something that you care about, something that's intriguing to you. And y'all going to have a 45-minute conversation really about nothing much. And then you're going to open up about your dream and they're going to knock that shit to the fucking ground. And then when they start poking holes in all your things, you have just been violated. Because now your dream has been violated and holes been poked in it by somebody who you love, trust, respect, and obviously could spend 45 minutes on a conversation with. So they're obviously inside of your security defenses. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm going to embed a disease inside of what you think is medicine. You think this person is medicine, this person is good for your soul, it's a friend, but I'm going to embed a disease inside of medicine. What happens when you mix the medicine with the candy? Or what happens when you mix the poison with the candy? You feel me? That person's going to drop or they're going to get better. But the devil only deals in drops. So I know that if your brain is fortified, you're not going to listen to me. So I got to step to the next best thing. So you got to be really vigilant over the people in your life, man. You got to find out, like, yo, bro, is this somebody who I actually listen to? Or is it somebody who needs to shut the fuck up about my business? Matter of fact, I need to shut the fuck up about my business to this person. Because anybody who could poke a hole in your dream don't belong in your dream. You feel me? Anybody who makes fun of you when you set boundaries belongs on the other side of that boundary. Anybody who like attempts to tell you about how things are not possible based on their measurement of the universe and their measurement of life, these motherfuckers don't even understand who they are, but they're gonna tell you who you're not. Are you crazy? Get out of my way, bro. You sound dumb and you look dumb. Never let a person who's criticizing you dictate your journey, because a person who's looking at your life path more than they're looking at their own is already misguided and misdirected. I don't listen to misguided people. If you're over here looking at my life, oh, you know, that's not gonna work because wait a minute, hold up, nigga. What is that you're doing that's so incredible that you have time in your busy schedule to criticize what it is that I'm doing? Oh, nothing? Oh, you have a job? Oh, you're going to stay there for 50 years? Oh, you got to figure it out? And you're already unhappy, unlucky, and unhealthy? Okay, cool. Fuck out of here. Are you crazy? You can't even speak on something that I'm doing. Like, do you understand that I'm categorically different than you? Chemically, biologically, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Experientially, I'm just different. We're diametrically opposed, my nigga. And I know I'm using words that you don't comprehend because I'm reading all the books that you refuse to read. Again, another reason why we different. But bro, you can't speak on nothing I'm doing because this shit is outside of your realm of understanding. You can't comprehend this shit. A small mind can never perceive a giant. A small mind can never perceive a giant. When an ant sees a human being, the ant is not seeing a human being. You feel me? Like, an ant cannot comprehend what a human being is. When an ant is crossing on your counter and you put your hand in front of that ant, the ant is not looking up at you like, look at this fucking human playing with me. No. You are so much bigger than an ant that when you put your hand in front of an ant, it immediately registers that hand as an extinction level event. No different than a meteor hitting the planet. Like, this shit is big. Piff Cherry, what up? This shit is big. I don't know what just happened, but I got to reroute. So the second you put your hand in front of an ant, either it's going to climb on your hand or it's going to like go around your hand. Most likely it's going to go around your hand because it knows some foreign object that is larger than life just stopped me in my path. Let me just go around it. It's not processing you. Small minds can never see a giant. Do not allow these people to dictate your self-belief or your integrity in yourself. They are wrong. They have always been wrong. They will always be wrong. There's never going to be a point in time where they are right about your life more than you are right about your life. I agree with the concept of having good counsel. Listen to people who are wise enough to counsel you. But don't listen to these weird ass niggas who ain't never done nothing in their life trying to tell you about how to handle your business. If you are, you're just as stupid as they are. And I would submit to you that if you're on this conversation right now, you're not that dumb. Because something is tugging inside of your heart saying, you know what, there's some part of this conversation I need to hear. Because some of that shit is going to be good for my soul's progression. And it is. I have no idea where this shit is coming from. I just be talking sometimes. I need to hear this stuff just as much as y'all do. And I don't know who be controlling the the buttons in my brain to make all these words come out. I'm not saying anything that's foreign to you. I'm saying things that you already know. So I don't know who's controlling it, but whoever's controlling it, I'm literally sitting in the movie theater in my own mind, sitting there listening to this conversation like, facts, this nigga knows something. But it doesn't feel like me. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get into it, there's no difference. It's like when you open up a door in your mind for songwriting, that door doesn't close. Something bigger than you has the capacity to speak to you now. You don't raise your antenna, so now that she can talk to you. That's where songs come from. That's where movies come from. That's where inventions come from. That's where life comes from, by the invisible coming to the visible space. So this conversation is inspired thought. It's stream of consciousness is just coming out. And it's meant to land and germinate with the people that it's meant to land and germinate with. It's not meant for everybody. It's the people in this live that's looking at me just flap my gums like, oh, this nigga just talking that talk. Cool. It ain't for you. Peace in the Middle East and all that other shit for you. But it's for somebody who can actually turn words into action. It's somebody who can actually turn words into inspiration. I'm somebody like that. When I read in a book a long time ago, if you are truly afraid of, I read this in a book called 12 Traits of the Greats, written by Dr. Dave Martin, homie like Steve Wilkos. Book's right over there. Dude said this part in the book, and it changed my life. I was working at a gym at the time, and I read this little section in the book. First book I ever forced myself to read. I was not a reader. I seen this nigga, he came to my church, and he was talking that talk, and he sounded great. So I was like, man, I'm gonna buy his book, and I'm gonna read it. I bought his book, and I forced myself to read it. First book I ever read, and I forced myself, because that shit was hell. I hated it. But I knew I needed to do it. So I forced myself to read it. No different than forcing yourself to go to the gym, and no different than forcing yourself to eat a good diet. I forced myself to read that shit. And it was painful, and it was hell, and it was chaotic, and I didn't like it. But I read this passage in the book, and it changed my life forever. In the book, there was one little section that said, if you are truly afraid of failing at something, then the presence of that fear may be a key indicator that you've accurately identified what you really need to be doing with your life. End quote. If you're truly afraid of failing at something, then the presence of that fear may be a key indicator that you've accurately identified what you really need to be doing with your life. When I read that shit, I was like, hold up, I never heard it before. If I'm afraid of failing at something, whatever I'm afraid of failing at the most is my destiny. Let me think about that. And I sat and I thought for a minute. And I was like, what am I afraid to fail at? I was like, I could be a lawyer, a doctor, a soldier, a policeman. I'm not afraid to fail at any of those things. I feel like, bro, you got infinite chances. If I fail a doctor's test, I can take it again. If I fail at the academy, I can take it again. If I fail at, military shit, if I don't make it, I can do it again. You can do it again. Infinite chances. The only thing that came into my mind, and I was not making music at the time, the only thing that came into my brain that I was afraid to fail, I'm like, the only thing I would be afraid to fail at is music. I would hate to fail at music. Like, that would be painful. That would be so painful to fail at making music, because you got to put yourself out there. You got to perform in front of people. You got to bare your soul in front of people. You got to write songs. What if you say the wrong words? What if you... And Yvette is on the live on Instagram. Yvette know me from when I was a child. She knows how shy I was. Like, I was very shy, cripplingly shy. You know what I'm saying? So to be an artist was the scariest shit in the world. So it's still scary to me. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl was over here at my house earlier today, and she was like, she told me that I jumped on a Zoom meeting before I jumped on this live. She said I had a tick. I was ticking. So I guess I was like doing something with my body that revealed that I was nervous. I'm habitually, I've had low self-esteem. I've been very nervous. I've been very scared to do a lot of things. But in that conversation with myself, when I was reading that book, and that shit said, whatever you're afraid to fail at the most is your fucking destiny. Do that. The only thing I was afraid to fail at was making music. And so for me, my shit turned into music after that. All of my attention went to making music at that point in time. That was it for me. And my life has been very rewarding. Otherwise, now I know, like, when you go up against your fear, whenever you go up against your fear, like, the feeling that you get after that is life-changing. It's God level. It's an incredible feeling. Nothing, no drug, no drink, no sex, no vice can give you the feeling of fearlessness, bro. When you overcome something, dog, you feel like a fucking god. You feel amazing. You feel beautiful. You feel smart. You feel special. You feel talented. You feel like all the good things in the book. You know what I'm saying? But when you shrink from fear and when you shrink from your responsibilities, you feel terrible. You begin to erode from the inside out, and it breaks down your self-confidence. You don't believe in yourself anymore because you break your own promises to yourself. I heard a man say confidence means to confide in self. Confidence, to confide in yourself. And when you can't confide in yourself, you can't be confident. You know what I'm saying? that's when you become a hack. That's when you become somebody who ain't really, doing all the things you want to do. You become a pretender. You become fake. You start lying, and that's not the kind of people that we want to be. We want to be the people that actually do what we say we're going to do. So I would submit that to you, man. Whatever you're afraid to fail at, man. Don't let these other motherfuckers interfere with your destiny. A lot of times we have these weird friends, these toxic friends, or these toxic groups, or we watch toxic television that inputs a narrative into our brains that we are limited somehow, that you cannot have the things you say you want. Don't listen to that shit. That is bullshit. That's the enemy playing on your weakness. And if the enemy can't play on your weakness because you got a little bit of sense about yourself to not listen to that serpent's voice in your head, then the enemy's going to go to your best friend and start whispering that shit into your friend so your friend can whisper to you. The devil didn't go straight to Adam. He knew better. He went to Eve because Eve was going to get Adam to do that shit. How come Eve couldn't just eat the fucking apple and get kicked out by herself? Why she had to put her man on that shit too? You know what I'm saying? Men and women do that in society today, And I would submit to y'all, man, that shit is, it's not a route worth going down. You know what I'm saying? It's not a path worth enduring. To limit yourself by somebody else's measurements is not where you want to be. Jim Rohn, the incredible speaker Jim Rohn, says this: in 5 years, you're either going to end up in a well-designed destination or you're going to end up in an undesigned destination. And chances are that the undesigned destination are going to be where you don't want to be. You're going to be driving where you don't want to drive, wearing where you don't want to wear, working where you don't want to work, sleeping where you don't want to sleep with, living where you don't want to live. So design this shit for yourself. It's simple. It's just not easy, but it is simple. Handle that shit, man. You got everything you need. You're a God-given creature, bro. You're an anomaly. But because we see each other and we can identify that we are humans and they are humans, we get puzzled by this shit. You know what I'm saying? We get puzzled by this shit and we get thrown by it. I always tell people, man, like, to the people who don't believe in miracles, it's weird to me because I see the sunrise every single day. And when I see the sunrise, I acknowledge the fact that I'm witnessing a miracle, but the fact, because it pops up every day, because it shows up every day on the horizon, people take that shit for granted. You look at the sun, literally the most powerful thing in our universe. You're looking at this shit every day, especially if you live in Florida. You're looking at this shit every day, and you're just like, just another day, la 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 la. Oh, my day's not good, and this isn't happening, and that's not happening. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? There's literally magic and mysteries and miracles happening all around you all day. But you're so programmed to not think that you're worth shit and not think that these moments are special that you just don't pay attention to them anymore. And you're not going to pay attention to them really until the end, until the last day. The last sunset that you ever see in your life automatically by default becomes the most important to you because you realize at that point you'll never see it again. I got a homegirl, man. Every time she come to my house, I never want her to leave. I want to spend all this time with her, and I want to spend all this time with her because there's a good chance that I'm not going to see you for another X amount of time. But because I know I'll see you eventually, it's not as bad. If there's ever comes a day when I'm looking at you for the last time, I know that's going to become that I spend with you. You feel me? So before those days happen, we have the option and the opportunity right now to appreciate what we have. I would say appreciate what you have in front of you, bro. You do live in a magic world. You do live in a world of miracles. You do live in a world where anything is possible to him that believeth. All things are possible to him that believeth. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The Wright brothers built a fucking plane. These niggas ran a bike shop, and they were not aeronautical engineers. That didn't even exist at that point in time. They created that. You feel me? So have some swag about yourself, man. You got this shit. Don't let anybody bother you. All right? I'm going to see y'all later, man. Oh, wait. Actually, let me read some of these comments. All right. Sorry. Netflix show. Have a great weekend. Peace, y'all. Have a great weekend. Practice always makes progress. This message is for me. Absolutely, Yella. Leader talking. Thank you, Unity Movement. What's up, bro? What up, Sebek? CX 5'4". Hey, yeah, 5'4", Muggsy. That's real. I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you, because you won't be able to cut ties that easily. Last evil, man. For real. Exactly. This. Yup, that's God. I needed to hear all this. I want to speak, but you're too on point. I'm just gonna say you're very wise. Hey, thank you, y'all. I appreciate that. God. Beep boop beep. Oh my heaven. Right. Mind blown. What book was that? What book was which one, Dr. MHB? Ricky, you love licking your lips. I do, man. My lips be getting chapped sometimes. I gotta lick my lips. I think when I talk so much, my lips end up looking like weird after a while. And I'm like, what the hell's happening? But I think I'm just talking a lot. Can you repeat one more time? Which one? Which book? Trey Songz, follow back. You ever cutting your hair? No, I'm not going to cut my hair no time soon. That's why it's important to have strong people in your circle. Absolutely. You got to have strong people. You got to have people that are like fortified mentally You feel me? Mentally. Even Disney's Hercules knew he needed a teacher. Facts. Saw you on my For You page just now preaching. Thank you. Absolutely, Camilla. Appreciate you for being up in here. Y'all make sure to tap the screen. Y'all make sure to follow me if you're not already following. And thank you for helping me reach that 10,000 like goal. Appreciate y'all. Oh, lost my thing. Believe in God and you can have everything. I believe that. May God bless your day. Thank you, Camilla. Appreciate that. Can you message me the title of the 3 books you were talking about, please? And thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Hope you have a good day. And again, thank you. Absolutely. Y'all, I needed this message today. You don't even know. Dr. MHB, man, we in this shit together. Appreciate you for being up in here. You ended up saying it again, and I got it. Facts. The top 5 books I would always recommend to anybody. First one, always, The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. That's the greatest book I've ever read in my life. After that, I would say read Richest Man in Babylon. It's about money. After that, I would say read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I would also say read Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And I would also say read The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles is also real good. As a Man Thinketh by James Allen is real good. And Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson is real good. That's a real good book. Who Moved My Cheese? It's a really short story. It's just about 2 little people and 2 mice. They go into a maze every day, and change happens. And when the change occurs, it's just up to different people to see how they navigate the change. And it's interesting to see the different characteristics of the different people in the story. Some people adapt to change quickly, and other people, it take them a really long time. But yeah, I'm going to see y'all later, man. Y'all have an incredible day. Peace. Enjoy your vibes. Enjoy your energy. And that's what it is. Oh, yeah. How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Yeah, that's a really good book. That's a book. I read that like once a year. I love that book. That book is magic to me. But yeah, I'm going to see y'all later, man. Have an incredible day. Peace. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. And yeah, have an amazing day, man. Do not be limited by other people's perceptions of themselves that they impose onto you. You are a divine being. You can do extraordinary things. And lift yourself up, bro. You got the juice. Everything is possible for you. I'm going to see you guys later. Peace. Have a good day. But yeah, I'm going to see y'all later, man. Have an incredible day. Peace. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. And yeah, have an amazing day, man. Do not be limited by other people's perceptions of themselves.